Alrighty, we should be live here. Getting this thing booted up at the end of the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss taking on Mississippi State. Ole Miss looks like they just clinched a spot in the playoffs. So, hey, shout out to them. Huge congratulations. Their only loss was to the Georgia Bulldogs. So, very good season for them. Remains to be seen what happens with Lane Kiffin. Maybe he leaves. Maybe he goes. I don't know. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? How's it going? Looks like we got 4.5 minutes till kickoff. You know, the game is supposed to start at 2:30 Central, which means 15 minutes late. I don't know why they do that at the college level. I guess the early slate of games on Saturdays, they start on time, but then as the day progresses, games start late. In this case, the Egg Bowl ran a little bit late, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. I feel like all of our games end up starting late. At least I expect it. I'm good. I'm doing good. That might change at the end of this game. No, I'm kidding. We'll be fine. No, I'm good. Had a good Thanksgiving with the family yesterday. Slept in a little bit today. And then just debated how to spend the next few hours while watching the Georgia game. So, yeah. Ended up going live for this one. My choices were to watch alone in my room, go downstairs and watch with my family, and then hear people possibly root against Georgia, which we can't have that. No, can't have that. And then, of course, just watch in my room while on a camera, on a stream. I figure, why not? Let's share my fandom for all to see. Or, just a few to see. Remains to be seen how many people show up. But, no, looking forward to what I think will be a good game today. I know we're actually favored by, last I checked, the spread was 15. Which, I get it, it's recency bias. We're peaking at the right time, and Georgia Tech has not been playing very well lately. So I understand why it's a 15-point spread. I mean, they just got blown out by Pitt. And again, we're just playing well right now. We're peaking at the right time. But also, I don't... There are rivals, alright? They're going to play us close. There's a good chance at it, at least. They play us tough most years. Last year, they took us to 8 overtimes. One of the more stressful games I had to watch last year. It definitely prepared me for all the close games we've had this year, that's for sure. But I'm not fooled by that spread. I'm not fooled by the recent results. I'm going to take this game seriously. I'm sure Kirby has the guys ready to take this seriously. It's our rival, little brother, Georgia Tech. They're going to play us hard. But, look, I could see a blowout. I could also see an overtime game again. But part of me wants to say last year was their best chance to beat us and they blew it. The other part of me wants to wonder if that's just the norm now, if they're going to play us tough all the time. We'll see, though. Hey, Husker Nation, how's it going? How you doing, man? Sorry about the Huskers loss today. I didn't watch, but I stalk all the box scores, so yeah, that was unfortunate, man. I'm sorry. I've heard rumors of Dylan Raiola looking to maybe not that he's looking to transfer, but I've heard some whispers of that. What do you think about that? So I had a hard time getting a good read on Raiola this past year at Nebraska because it seemed like if you look at the box scores, he was doing pretty well. But then anytime I'd watch the games, it seemed like he was not actually that good. So I'm just genuinely asking because I don't know like how good was he really before he went down with the injury. Next year's a big prove it game. All right. Yeah, that'd be year 4 under rule. I mean, if you guys don't break through then, at what point do you fire him, honestly? He'll 100% transfer. Okay, I did see that his brother transferred. About probably a week before the rumors started to circulate. Is he going to go to Texas Tech? I've seen all the memes about how he's trying to just be Patrick Mahomes. I've seen all the memes saying he's definitely going to Tech, and Mahomes needs to get a restraining order if that happens. That would be kind of wild, I'm not going to lie. And I remember when Raiola was supposed to come to Georgia. Man, we've had that happen a few times where we lost recruits and then had someone lesser known come in. Like this time it was Gunnar Stockton. He's our quarterback this year, and I mean he was a highly ranked recruit once upon a time. I'm not sure he was ever a 5-star recruit, but at least he was 4 stars. He's played very well. He's been, in my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC this year. I could say nation. I don't really know that his stats. I know anyone looking at the stats is going to say they don't really stack up as well with some of the best quarterbacks out there, but just watching him play, I mean, he is leading our offense game in and game out, and when we need him to come through, he does. Like, our season could have been in jeopardy all the way back in the Tennessee game. He had that amazing moment where he threw it into the back of the end zone, just perfectly thrown for us to be able to stay in that game with Tennessee. It was like 4th down, and he tosses it to the end zone. Great play. He led us in the comeback against Ole Miss. He helped us out against Auburn, although you could argue the refs also did, but I'm not complaining. Gunnar Stockton's been fantastic for us, and I'm really glad he's been our quarterback this year. I was surprised by how many Georgia fans were, their trust in him was rather shaken. A good amount of our fan base was happy with it, but some of us were not. And most of the analysts, the experts out there, the same people who said Penn State and Clemson were winning it all this year, yep, they also did not really believe in Gunnar, so that really surprised me, because it's a 4-star recruit who's been in the system at Georgia for a season or two, so... Oh, man, we got kickoff here, and he drops it. Dude just dropped it and takes a knee at the 2. Yikes, Georgia Tech, what are you doing? Oh. So Georgia kicks off, and the Georgia Tech returner just bobbles it, drops it, and he's just got to pick it up and take a knee at the 2. So they're going to have really crappy field position to start this game. All right. Hey, maybe we can start off with the safety here. That'd be something. Haynes King, man. I've called him several times this year one of the toughest players I've seen. And his effort against Georgia last year in the 8 overtime game is just absolutely heroic. Like, the guy has all my respect. Like, absolute baller. I don't know what he's going to do after his college career ends. I don't think he profiles as an NFL prospect, but he's a tough guy. So, just absolute baller at the college level. He's got my respect. He should have Georgia's respect. We should be taking him seriously here. We got 1st and 10, Georgia Tech at the 3-yard line is where they marked him. Okay. Haynes King in his end zone is going to hand it off, and he's going to be dropped for a loss just outside the end zone. Georgia Tech's going to have the ball at their 1-yard line now. All right. All right, that's a good start. That's what we need. Bro, we could actually start with the safety. That'd be wild. Ball at the 1-yard line now. 2-yard loss on the handoff. And that was more so a read option as well. I think Haynes King could have absolutely kept that if he wanted to. I think he probably should have. Oh, boy. All right. We don't have to get the safety. I'd love a safety, but we don't have to. Just force a 3 and out. That works too. Ball at the 2, apparently. Haynes King in his end zone. Pressure coming. He's going to get rid of it just before taking the sack. Oh, and is there a flag? There could have been holding there. They could also call grounding. I don't know if there was a receiver in the area. I'm going to need to see the replay, but... I mean, it was close to holding. It wasn't holding. I don't think there's a receiver in the area. I think that's grounding in the end zone. I think the refs might have missed that one. I'm not sure, though. Someone else who's not biased can tell me if I'm wrong, but that sure looked like there was no guy in the area. I might be wrong, though. 3rd and 11 now. In his end zone is Haynes King. He's got time. He's going to throw across the field. It's going to be wide open receiver at the 30. It's a 1st down Georgia Tech. Man, I tell you what, they got bailed out there. That was absolutely grounding, man. I feel fairly confident that should have been grounding, but they don't call it. It is what it is. Yeah, that's rough. And we just left a guy wide open. He had plenty of time, and in general with football, if you give a guy enough time, someone's going to get open. Man, they mark him at the 32-yard line here. Haynes King to take the snap. Looks like he's going to hand it off. He does, and he's got a little bit of room. He's going to take it up for about 6 yards. All right, well, that's pretty brutal. I mean, we had him backed up around their 1-yard line. Should have been able to end that drive there. That is just... No, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. I'm going to get on Twitter real quick, too, because I'm curious what other people are saying. Because I know most people... People act like we're the Chiefs of college football sometimes. Sometimes we do get calls, and it's not egregious like Kansas City a lot of the time, but... I'm curious to see what neutral fans are saying. Okay, looks like a lot of people are staying in grounding. Haynes King getting pressured. He's going to have to throw on the run, and he does. It's going to be caught for the first down. Barely, man. He got it there just in time. It's a 6 or 7 yard gain for the first down. Yeah, but just about everyone seems to be saying that should have been intentional grounding. Okay, so it's not just me. That is not just me. I'm glad I'm not just going crazy. Okay, so everyone else is also confused how that was not intentional grounding. I'm gonna need someone to explain it. The announcers, by the way, were also saying grounding, so I don't think they're Georgia fans, if that's the fear by some people. I don't know, though. But we gotta move on from that. It's 1st and 10 Tech at the 44. Haynes King, he's got plenty of time. He's going to almost get sacked. He does go down. Let's go. We got to him. All right. Christian Miller, I believe, got to him there. Big 52. Haynes King takes a hit there. It's going to be 2nd and long now. All right. There we go. We brought the pressure. Haynes King nearly escaped. He was very close. It looked like he did escape for a second, and then he just kind of got tripped up there. Kind of got tripped up. So it's going to be 2nd and long. Haynes King was limping a little bit, as the announcers just said. Hopefully he's going to be fine, because he's still out there. Haynes King, quick swing pass there to number 7. He's going to get met pretty quickly after a... Oh, man. It was going to be just a 3-yard gain. He somehow turned it into about 5 or 6. So that's unfortunate. Would have liked to get the stop there. Oh, man. All right. 3rd and 11 coming up here. We got to get off the field now. We've let this drive go on far longer than we should have. It can be okay, though. Just get off the field right now. Come on now. Dial up the pressure. Don't let Haynes King have plenty of time. Last time we had 3rd and long, he had plenty of time. We got pressure coming. Haynes King is rolling out, and he just throws, and he's going to dirt it. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. We finally forced a stop. That drive took up 4.5 minutes, but it's okay. 4th and 11. The Yellow Jackets are going to have to punt here. All right. So, I haven't really given any analytical thoughts or anything about this game at all. All I've really said is, there are rivals that are going to play us close. That's really all I've said. But the way these teams match up, in my opinion, is very advantageous for Georgia. We should be able to score in their defense the way they've been playing. So, I would expect us to be able to either air it out. Our tight ends should have a good day. Our running back should also be able to do well on the ground. We match up well in both facets of the offense. Like, we should be able to throw. We should be able to run. So I have no doubt we're going to be able to move the ball. As long as we keep the ball safe and don't turn it over, we're going to be fine on offense. The bigger question was if their offense can get anything going with Haynes King leading the way. And I think they are capable of it. They had a couple of good plays on that drive, but we should be able to stop them more often than not, which is why the spread is as big as it is. It's a 15-point spread. We're 15-point favorites. I don't know if we'll cover or not. I just want to win. I don't care if we cover. At the end of the day, this is still a ranked team. Argue whether or not they're, a top 25 talented team, but they are in the top 25, so even if we win by 2 points, it's going to go down as a quality win per the committee. It's a 9-3 at that point, so I think they still count that as a quality win. So, as long as we win, I'm cool. I'd like to win by more, obviously. I'd like to hang 60 points on them. They're our rivals. I don't hate them like I hate Florida, but I'd like to hang 60 on them. But at the end of the day, as long as we win, I do not care about the margin. So if we score on this drive, and we can keep scoring like I think we should be able to, I'm less worried about the defense, and we already got to stop on defense. So, very good start to the game for sure. I think it could have been better. Obviously, it could have been better because we could have had a safety if they called intentional grounding, but, they didn't feel like doing that, unfortunately. No big deal. But this is a good start overall. Defense is playing well. We're going to see how the offense looks when we return to the game shortly. Hopefully, Gunnar Stockton is going to have a big day. I don't really know what our approach is going to be. I'd imagine we're going to try to run it first, get Frazier involved. Maybe we'll get Bowens involved at some point because he's been very good. man, watching Bowens in that backfield this year, he's not our lead back, but at certain points this year, he has had to be our go-to back in that backfield because he's just been better than Frazier at certain times this year. Like, watching him play, he's only a freshman, but I'm telling you, he's going to be playing on Sundays. I feel very confident Chauncey Bowens is going to be playing on Sundays someday. And not to say Nate Frazier won't, because he very well could. Would not be surprised. Like, Georgia running backs tend to do fairly solidly in the NFL. It's been a little bit since we sent an absolute star. James Cook's the best we've sent in recent memory. Since James Cook, though, I don't think we've sent anyone that good to the league. But Bowens is going to be really good. Frazier, I don't watch him play and just get the same feel for him being a future NFL starter like I do with Bowens. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm not a scout. But yeah, Georgia's running back room is back to being what it used to be. It feels like last year we couldn't really run the ball, which is not normal at all for Georgia football. We could not run it. Our defense also wasn't too good last year. Honestly, I don't know how we won the SEC last year. I really don't. That team had a lot of fight. I think the team this year, it's younger, but it's also better. We have a very good offense this year. Our defense has had problems at times this year, but they step up when they need to more often than not. Even in that Alabama game, the one we lost this year, the one time we lost, our defense pitched a second half shutout against that roster. So anyway, we got the ball at our 12-yard line. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to go for about 6 yards. That's Nate Frazier there. There we go. We were just talking about Bowens. We're talking a little bit about Frazier. Frazier can run the ball. He can run the ball. He's had his highs and his lows this year. I had high expectations for him coming into the season, and he started a little bit slow, I thought, but he's really gotten going over the second half of the season, so it's good to see. 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball at the Georgia 18-yard line. Branch in motion. It's going to be a speed option. Gunner's going to take himself for the first down. Gets about 5 yards on that one. Good play there. I like the play call. All right, let me take a sip of the coffee here. So, I will address something that we've talked about in the past as a Georgia fan, and any Georgia fans listening are very well aware of this. We do not like our offensive coordinator, or at least for a while we didn't, because his play calling was basically run, screen, run, screen. I'm not really sure when that switched up. I'm saying this as we call a screen type of play. It was more of a swing pass with some blocks set up. But Mike Bobo was very well known by Georgia fans for calling runs and screens, and the offense was not fun to watch. But I don't know what happened, but the offense has just been clicking ever since probably mid-season. Bobo's been doing a great job calling games. It's really nice to see, and I hope that he keeps that going into the playoffs. I just want to say, shout out to Mike Bobo, our offensive coordinator. He's been doing really well. We're sticking to the ground game here. Another 2 yards there. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Hello, Breezy Braxton. How you doing? My favorite player in Georgia? I like Gunner. I like Gunner Stockton. I'm definitely a fan of his. I like Branch. I like Zachariah Branch. I was just talking about Chauncey Bowens. I guess he's our backup running back, but he still gets some touches. I'm a fan of his, so I guess those would probably be my favorite 3 players in that order. What about you? Do you have a favorite player in Georgia? 3rd and 3 at the 31. Got to get to the 34. It's another speed option. Gunner's taking it himself. He's going to get the first down. There we go. Gunner Stockton. We talked earlier about the other quarterback in this game, Haynes King, being a super tough player. Gunner Stockton is just as tough. Now, the performance by Haynes King in this game last year, one of the toughest and most impressive I've seen, but I think Gunner is just as tough. We haven't seen that same level of toughness that we saw in the game last year, but watching Gunner play, he is fearless, bro. He will take the hits, he will put the team on his back, whether it's on the ground or through the air, which we haven't even gone through the air yet. We got the ball at the 37 now. We're moving on up all completely on the ground. Gunner is looking to throw this time. He's gonna, oh man, pass protection did not help us there. Gunner just has to dive forward and take a 2-yard loss. Pressure was coming, no one was open. I wish he could have just gotten rid of it, thrown it away. I'll see the replay here, maybe it looked bad. We had Branch in motion on that play. It looked like Gunner was gonna give it to him, and then that was not the idea. Stockton actually had a guy open in the middle of the field. There's just not really a way to throw it to him with the pressure coming in his face. Alrighty. Yeah, Daniel, we got the bots today. It's the second one, I think. Gunner, he's got time. Good protection. He's going to have to roll out now. And he's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get anywhere. Seems like a curious decision. I mean, surely no one was open. I didn't love that play. That was not ideal. Alright, we got 3rd and 13 coming up. Man, our offense was really rolling on the ground, and we tried to throw, and they brought pressure. We tried to throw again, and I'm not really sure what happened on that last play. I guess everyone was guarding, and Gunner decided to try to make a play. Like, he was well protected in the pocket. He did not need to roll out. Branch in motion here in 3rd and 13. Gunner takes the snap. They're only bringing 3. He's got all day. He throws across the field. It's going to be picked off. No! It's picked off. Gunner throws an interception. Oh, jeez, man. I thought I'd have to wait till Sunday to see a bad interception like that. Alright, it's fine, Gunner. It's fine. We don't see that a whole lot from Gunner. I'm shocked that he threw that, though. Like, he's 2 defenders in the area right there. I don't know. Man. That's tough. I really don't know what Gunner was looking at there. Like, we have the tight end in the area. I guess if he throws it further to the right, maybe it gets there, but it has to be a super precise throw with all the defenders in the area. Yeah, just unfortunately not a very good decision by Gunner on that one. It's going to be Georgia Tech ball at the Georgia 34-yard line. Alright, well, that's a pretty big swing in the game. We had all the momentum, and instead of getting the first down or just being forced to punt, we turn it over. So, I was talking earlier, I'm not worried about our offense unless we start turning the ball over. That's the one way where I don't think we're going to be putting up a lot of points, and now we've turned the ball over. So, that's one of the things Georgia Tech had to do to be able to be in this game, and there you go. So, it's looking like we're going to have a real game today. And I said pregame, right before kickoff, I don't care what the spread is. They're going to play us tough. We need to take this seriously. And I believe that we are, but this is not a good start on the field, unfortunately. We're going to have to come back. We're going to have to ask our defense to step up for us and get the stop. And then our offense is going to have to shake it off, because our offense can obviously do better than that. Now, earlier in the season, and I guess for parts of the second half of the season too, we did this thing where we didn't really start playing until the second half. It was really weird and kind of annoying. It's almost like we're playing with our food before deciding, oh, wait, we're Georgia. We want to win the game. Or maybe we just don't, play well in the first half and we need that long to warm up. I don't really know. But I do wonder if that could be what happens today. Maybe we'd start off slow and then we just get better as the game goes along. I'm just saying, though, Georgia, we've been in this spot before several times this year where we're trailing at halftime and we have to make a second half comeback. So, even if we start the game trailing, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We've been here. It's fine. Even in this game last year, we trailed by 14 points late in the fourth quarter, and we still managed to win that game somehow. So, I'm just saying, you don't need to worry about it. It's going to be fine. Just relax. Relax. It's all good. But we got commercials right now, so we're just waiting for the game to return. Yeah, I'm not really used to seeing interceptions in Georgia games, because Gunner, I think he's only thrown, I'm going to check the stats, but it's less than 5, I think, on the year. Or maybe coming in it was less than 5. I'm going to check, because I'm just curious. Yeah, he'd thrown 4 coming into the game. So now he's at 5. He's done a good job taking care of the ball this year. But, yeah, you can't do that in this game, unfortunately. We got the defense coming out there now. Let's see what we can do. At the, wow, they didn't give him a great spot. It's at the 37. of Georgia. Haynes King is a swing pass, looks like a screen type of play. He's going to get a few yards there. Had a couple of blocks. It's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up. Alright. If we can force a 3 and out here and then make him attempt a field goal, that's great. We threw an interception in our own territory. If we give up points, it's expected. So, the least amount of damage here possible would be great. If we somehow keep them to 0, that's awesome. That's awesome. If we hold them to 3, that's also a win, though. Like, they start in our territory at our 37, so. Second and 6, they gave him a good spot in that one. Haynes King is another type of screen pass, and they blow it dead. There's a flag in the field. I have no idea what it was. I'm guessing it was a false start. It was a false start. There we go. Back him up. Back up. Back up, little bro. 5-yard penalty. So now we're looking at 2nd and long instead of 2nd and 6. There we go. 2nd and 11. We got 5 of 5 to play in the first quarter, by the way. This is fine. This is fine. Haynes King dropping back to pass. He throws. It's going to be caught. And a little bit of yak gets him close to the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now. Alright, nope. That was a good play. Ran a crossing route and just got open. He just got open. Is what it is. Hey. 3rd and 2 now. If we can get off the field here, that'd be great. I honestly do not know what their kicker's range is. I would imagine they're in field goal range at the moment, though. They got the ball inside our 30 at the 29. Be what, 46, 47-yard field goal from here? Haynes King looking to run it himself. He's got a lane. He trips up, but he still gets the first down, and he's still going inside the 20, down at the 19. First down, Georgia Tech. He looked like he was getting tripped up on his own run. It looked like he was getting tripped up, but he kept his balance and he kept running for the first down. He tripped himself up and still got the first down, man. That's unfortunate. Alright, a turnover now would be great, guys. They gave him a really good spot. I thought that he first touched down at the 19. They marked him down at the 16. Okay. That's rough. You got to run here on 1st and 10. It's going to get met immediately for no gain. We're going to have 2nd and long coming up. Good play by our defense that time. Love to see it. Down to 3 minutes to play in the first quarter now. Time's a-ticking. Expecting another run here in 2nd and long. I mean, this is a team that likes to run it a lot. If they can, they will. So we need to stop them from being able to run. That's key for us. Don't let them run. Do not let them run. But also, if they drop back to pass, we better have their guys covering. We better have somebody spying King. 2nd and 10. Blown dead before the snap. Timeout is called. They call it. They call the timeout. They want to think this one over as they try to strike first in this game. Alright. Well, I told you guys, they're going to play us tough. We got to take it seriously, but do not worry. Just because we are looking at what may be an early deficit, it means nothing. It means nothing. There's plenty of time left. Do not panic. We are in the spot half the time this year anyway. It's okay. Do not panic until the clock strikes 0 and we're still trailing. Then you can panic because we've officially lost. I don't think we get there. I'm still okay. This is fine. Got a commercial break here as we wait for the timeout. I still would imagine they're looking to run. I'm guessing it'll be a Haynes King quarterback keeper when we return. Maybe not. That might be what they want us to think, after all. I would have liked to, get an early lead in this game and just be able to relax, but it's going to be a long game. And it's okay. We're going to be here for all of it. That's how we do it around here. We stick it out for the whole game, no matter how it starts, no matter how it ends. We'll be here for the whole game. So hopefully the Dogs can get it together here. Again, as I previously stated, if we give up a score here, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, it's not the end of the world. We have plenty of time. And they started with the ball at our 37 after the Gunner Stockton interception. So it's going to be okay. We do not need to panic. However, I will get more worried if they score in this drive and then we don't do anything on offense and then they score again. Then I would start to worry a little bit, especially if they kill more time. But another reminder, last year we trailed by 14 with like 5 minutes to go in the game and still somehow won. So, truly, in a Georgia game, it is not over until the very bitter end. Alright, we still got a timeout break here. We're still waiting. Let me check the scores around the world right now. See what's going on in college football. I know Ole Miss won earlier, so they punched their ticket to the playoffs, most likely. Lane Kiffin said in his post-game interview he has not decided where he's going next year, so that's interesting, I think. I still think he's going to stay at Ole Miss. I know I'm one of the few still saying that. Everyone seems convinced he's going to LSU, and that is what it looks to be, at least. I think he's going to stick around with Ole Miss. Might be wrong. I don't know. I'm ready for that saga to end, though. Like, it's kind of interesting thinking, where's Lane going to go? But also, I want an answer. It's kind of dragging on. It's taking its sweet time. I'd like some clarity. I did see that Florida is not going to be going after Lane anymore, apparently, or they're going to shift their priority and focus from him, and they've interviewed like a dozen other candidates, so I mean, look, I would have been scared if Lane went to Florida. I would have had to take Florida seriously, so I'm glad that they are not going to get Lane. I'll say that. Looks like we're returning to the game soon. They're showing that Gunner interception again. Yeah, I don't really want to see that. I'm good. I want to go back to thinking Gunner could never do that. He's only done it 5 times this year. 3 in the last 3 games, apparently. That is a little surprising. He threw one against Charlotte last week. I wasn't really worried about that. I guess he threw one against Texas as well. Okay, we got a run on 2nd and 10. He's going to get dropped almost immediately. He got hit and got about 2 yards. Might give him 3. We'll see where they mark him. It's going to be 3rd and about 6 or... no, not 6. 3rd and about 7 or 8. I hate that I keep saying 6 and 7. Those numbers, I don't like those numbers anymore. I'm kind of over the 6-7 joke. I'm sorry, I'm old. I'm not old, but I don't get the joke. I have to be careful not to say these numbers, because I got siblings who will immediately start saying 6-7 over and over again. Okay, 3rd and 7 here. Haynes King looking to throw. We got to bring pressure. We do. And he gets the pass completed for just a 1-yard gain. Our defense is there to get him down. Great job by the Dogs there, keeping him out of the end zone. We got 4th and 6, and you'd imagine they're going to settle for 3 here. Great effort by the defense that time. You love to see it. Look, that's about all we can really ask for. A Gunner throws the interception. Is what it is. They get the ball at our 37. It is what it is. We aren't giving up a touchdown here. We should be pretty happy with our defense on that one. That was very good. Good effort. Great tackles. And they're going to try out the kicker here on 4th and 7. They didn't even give him 1 yard on that. Kick is up, and it is good. That's alright. I will once again state, it is not a big deal. It is not the end of the world. We faced deficits. In this case, it's only 3-0. Not a big deal. They had the ball at our 37. So, it's fine. I'm not worried. And I just want to remind y'all, we faced deficits this year. We've had to make second half comebacks this year. In this game last year, we had a 14-point comeback in the 4th quarter. So, I'm just once again saying, don't panic, don't worry. Not a big deal. Hello, T-Bone. Welcome on in. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. Yes, sir. Looking to clinch our playoff spot today. I think we probably are in the playoffs regardless, because even if we lose this game, I mean, it's to a ranked team, and they would also vault up the rankings with this win, so I'm not really worried. But also, there's a scenario where we lose, and then there's a huge cluster of 10-2 teams, and then, well, maybe we're less comfortable than we'd like, but I don't see us dropping from 4 to, too far outside the top 10. I think it's more possible than people talk about, though, honestly. But I think we're good. If we want to be comfortable, though, we got to win today. It's my opinion, too, that we're not going to the SEC Championship game. I think A&M and Bama are both going to win their games this weekend. I'm very hesitant to say that, but that's my predictions this week. I don't have either team getting upset. So I think we do avoid the SEC Championship. And honestly, I'm in the group of Georgia fans who would rather not go. Conference championships matter. They do. But I don't really care for a first-round bye because we can get the 5 seed and play, Tulane probably in the playoffs, and it'd be a home game at Sanford Stadium, which I think would just be awesome. I'd much rather that be the case. And then we have more momentum playing Tulane. I'm not worried about Tulane. Ole Miss beat them by 35 points earlier this year? They don't scare me. So we got Gunner throwing on 1st and 10. It's going to be he's looking for the running back, and he just couldn't get it to him. Running back was not ready for it. 2nd and 10 now. Not a great start there. Frazier and Stockton not on the same page. All right. Gunner not having a good day through the air so far. 1 out of 3, 4 yards, and a pick. So we've not done a single thing through the air so far. We were able to run it, so I'm surprised that we've abandoned the run over the past 4 plays on offense. That's definitely a surprise for me. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Player in motion. It's Branch. Gunner takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff. And Frazier's going to get a first down. There we go. Hard run by Nate Frazier in that one. Gets about 12 yards. That's what we need. There we go. Look, run the dang ball. It's working. It worked at the start of that first drive. It's working here. Let's keep running it until they force us to throw. That's what I say. Because if we can run it down their throats, we should. Like I was saying, I don't know why we abandoned the run so quickly. On that last drive, we ran the ball, we got a first down, and then we started throwing, and it's not that we can't throw, it's just, why are we not going to keep doing what is clearly working? Looks like Georgia Tech has 2 players down on that one. Good grief. I don't know who they are. The announcers are saying they're both important, though. That sucks. Rivals or not, you never want to see players go down. That sucks. So we'll hope that they are okay. Getting checked out right now on the field. Alright, one guy's walking off. That's good. One guy is walking off. Looks like he's going to be okay. I don't know what happened on that play. Oh, man. Poor guy was just on the bottom of the pile. Looks like he got stepped on and kicked in the face. It looked like. So he was clutching his left leg there. That's unfortunate. He's still down on the field, getting looked at. Powell Lee is his name. I can see his jersey now. Looks like they're helping him up. So hopefully both of those players avoid injuries. Hopefully they can both return in this game. We will see. All right. We'll get back to the game shortly, I believe. Got 1 minute and 2 remaining in the first quarter. So far, we've not scored, but this is only our 2nd possession. So, again, nothing to worry about. It's all good. Now, I was talking about the SEC Championship a minute ago. I say, in my opinion, A&M and Bama both win this weekend and get to play each other in the SEC Championship, and I'm okay with it. Because then we should end up with the 5 seed, because I think Texas Tech winning their conference would jump them over us. We should then get the 5 seed and likely face Tulane in the playoffs, or whoever wins the American Conference. But if one of those teams loses, Alabama or A&M, we would go to the SEC Championship. So, we got Frazier, handoff here only for 1 yard. Okay, now we can throw. Now we can throw. They stopped the run. But yeah, if we go to the SEC Championship, obviously a lot to play for, because if we win, we get probably ranked in the top 2 and a first-round bye. I would still prefer avoiding the game altogether, getting the 5 seed, and then if we beat whoever the 12 seed is, we then turn around and play probably 4-seeded Texas Tech, which amongst all the teams that could be in the top 4 and we play in the second round of the playoffs, I'd like it to be Tech over other teams. We got a run here that almost gets the first down. It's going to be half a yard short, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. That'll do it. So the Georgia Bulldogs will trail at the end of the first quarter 3-0. Nothing to worry about. Plenty of time. It's all good. We're moving the ball when we return to the game, It'll be less than a yard to gain for the first down. Honestly, just hand it off again. Let Frazier get the job done. Or, I don't know, let Gunner keep it. Gunner can obviously pick it up with his legs. We'll see what Mike Bobo calls up when we return. Look, my view of the first quarter is just... It is what it is. Like, we had an interception in our own territory. So it's not a surprise that we're trailing. It's fine. Not a big deal. I'm not worried, and you shouldn't be either. And I just like to keep reiterating that point because I know how other Georgia fans can be, and I get it, but we've been here before. I guarantee you though, because I do this in most games. If I hop on Instagram, I will see a lot of Georgia fans finding things to complain about with this game, which is valid because there have been things that did not work out for us so far. But in the grand scheme of things, we've only had one mistake, and we have plenty of time, and we should be fine. So that's why I like to keep making that point, because I know how Georgia fans are, because I read the comments every single week during our games, and it's really funny. It's really funny. Wow, one comment here says Gunner is not the guy. Wow, he throws his 5th interception of the year. Wow, I guess 5 is too many. And you're out in Gunner. Interesting. Running was working. Let's do three straight pass plays. I mean, I kind of said that too. Why did we abandon the run? But we're good now. That was a safety clear as day. Yep. Another one about the safety. Haynes is running for his life and liking this new pass rush that we found. That's a good comment. That's positive. That's true. We are getting after the quarterback more. I think we've always been able to get pressure on the quarterback. We just don't really get him on the ground a whole lot. That's the big thing. We're always constantly in the quarterback's face. We just don't sack him. More criticism for Stockton. Yeah, you throw a bad interception, you're going to get some criticism. It is what it is. But don't say that he's not the guy. Why are we playing conservative? So someone... What do you... We're not playing conservative, are we? I mean, we're running it a lot. We're just doing what works. We can't really take shots until... we've loosened up their defense with the run game. Let's see. Safeties don't exist anymore. Nope, the ref didn't want to call that. 10-3 Bears at half. I'm not even surprised Philadelphia only has 3 points. If Chicago wins that game, they're a playoff team. Like, we'll go ahead and pencil them in. I've been projecting it, but I have not at all, at any point this year, said they would beat Philadelphia. So if they pull that off, then that's pretty big. Philadelphia... It doesn't really matter for them. Like, they're going to win their division regardless. You look at their schedule, they have 2 more losable games after this, maybe. They're still going to win their division. But good for Chicago if they can hold on. Let's see, a lot of people saying to just run the ball. So, okay, all the comments are saying what I was saying. Like, why were we abandoning the run? Honestly, that wasn't as negative as I'm used to for Georgia fans. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. We are getting a lot of bots today in the chat. Alright. Just another one to ban. Alright, yeah, I was going to look at the college football scores here, if there's anything interesting going on. I'm keeping an eye on the North Texas game, because if they win, I think they clinch a spot in their conference championship. So, I'm keeping an eye on that because they could be a playoff team. Quite possibly. They should get a chance to play for it if they win today. They're currently at 14-7 against Temple. They'll probably beat Temple. None of the Mountain West games really matter. I don't think. There's not really a way for them to make the playoffs, realistically. On 3rd and 1 here, Gunner hands it off for the first down. There we go. Got about 5 yards on that one, too. There we go. Let's see. The Air Force is leading their game. Good for them. We like Air Force. We like Air Force around here. That's cool. Boise State's trailing. That seems weird. New Mexico up early on San Diego State 10-0. I said the Mountain West probably doesn't matter, but like in terms of the playoff picture. But I guess if James Madison gets upset and somehow North Texas and Tulane lose, there's a chance the Mountain West Conference champion is ranked higher than the American Conference champion. So I guess there's a scenario, just not a likely one. Gonna hand off in 1st and 10 here. Gonna get about 3 yards. Not the best run. He got tripped up there, but it's okay. Alright. That's Josh McCray in at running back, by the way, for the past couple of carries. Yeah, he's not... I'm kind of surprised to see him in the game. He's only had the ball like 38 times this year, according to the broadcast, and he's averaging not too many yards per carry. Interesting. Where's Bowens? Is he... We've not seen Bowens yet. We got to run here. He's got room. He's going to get the first down across the 30, 25, down around the 23-yard line. That's Nate Frazier with a good carry there. Let's go. And that's why we shouldn't abandon the run. We are able to run the ball. There we go. Great blocking on the O-line there. That was very well done. He immediately had a wide open gap to run through. And Frazier, obviously credit him for the big gain, but he didn't even have to do much there. Just run. Run through the hole. There we go. Ball at the 23-yard line now. We're looking to score in this drive and take the lead. 1st and 10, Gunner gonna flick it to Frazier. He's got a block. He's gonna get about 6 yards, maybe 7. We'll see where they mark him down. Keep hammering him on the ground. It's working. Whew. Yeah, good motion there. They're talking about how they had Branch go to the right, and that may have deceived the defense there in that last play. Because the way we had Branch going to the right, it looked like he was going to be a blocker, but we ran to the left. 2nd and 3. Here we go. Let's get the first. Hand it off. We do hand it off. He's got room. He's going to get the first down, but he's not going to make it to the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10, not 1st and goal, which we like that. That means we could gain 10 yards and have a fresh set of downs. So we don't have to score on the next few plays. But also, I would like to score on the very next play. 82 rushing yards today already, and we've still got 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. Very good day on the ground, only 4 passing yards, but not a big deal. It doesn't matter how we win as long as we win. 1st and 10 now. At the 11-yard line. Assuming we hand it off again, we got a player in motion. Gunner takes the snap. It is a handoff. And he's not going to get very far. Only 1 yard that time. That's okay. That was McCray backing up running back. Every time McCray has taken a carry in this game, it's not gone too far. Maybe it's coincidental, but I don't know. He doesn't seem to have that same burst that the other running backs have. Not really sure why McCray is getting the reps at RB2 instead of Bowens. I don't know if something's going on with Bowens or not. 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line now. Gunner takes a snap. He's going to be throwing. It's a dump off here. Screen type of play. He's not going to have much room, though. Frazier's only going to get about 1 yard that time. 3rd and long coming up. Would have liked to hand it off again. But okay. 3rd and 8 now. I mean, we pretty much have to throw it here. I'm never one to advocate for running on 3rd and 8 or, 3rd and long in general. I'd rather be aggressive and try to pick up the first down. If we're playing 4-down territory here, which could be an option, I guess, I wouldn't mind running, but I want to do what gives us the best chance to get a first down. Gunner looking to throw. Pressure's coming. He's got to run up. He's got Green in front of him. He's going to get a few yards, but he's well short of the first down. We're looking at 4th and 3 coming up. We'll see if the offense stays on the field. I would like to stay in the field. I would like to get the first down here. It's only a few yards. I want to go for it here because I get it. We can kick a field goal and tie it up. But the way the offense is playing right now, we should be able to punch it in for 6. It's only a few yards. But no, we're taking the 3. Honestly, I thought we were going to go for it, but we're taking the 3. Woodring is out there. Very good kicker for us. The kick is up from 22 yards out, and it's good. So the game is tied at 3, just like we all expected. Yep, definitely expected this to be the score. 3-3 is the score now. Alrighty. Again, I would have been in favor of just going for it on 4th and 3. And I'm not even one who's just way out there, like Lions head coach Dan Campbell, with always going for a fourth down. I think there's a good balance there. I think in this game, with the momentum and the way we're playing an offense, I think we can get that first down. But it's okay. I understand taking the points. And part of going for it on fourth down in that scenario too is if we fail, they have really bad field position. So I feel like it minimalizes the risk to a certain degree. But again, I get it. We're getting points. We're tying it up. We'll take it. So 3-3 is the score. And our defense is going to take the field. They've had a lot of time to rest. Our offense did kill a little bit of time on that drive. So hopefully our defense is ready to roll when we return. Our defense has played well today. They had the ball at our 37-yard line to start their last drive, and they couldn't come away with a score of more than 3. So hopefully they can keep that going here. Commercial break right now, of course. Here, let me check out other scores again real quick. See if anything's changed. There's not really another interesting game on right now unless you consider North Texas Temple interesting, which I do just to see if North Texas wins. But otherwise, that's not a game I would watch, unless it were the only game on. So no updates there. Let me see if I missed anything on Twitter. Sometimes I miss things during the games, so I gotta fact check live. Let's see. Got a commercial break here, so there's just not much to say or do at the moment. Yeah, just the same points we've had all day, really. Just don't worry. There's nothing to worry about. We got to be patient with this team. It would be really nice if we'd gotten that safety on the first drive like we should have, because that was definite grounding in the end zone, in my opinion. But it is what it is. We're tied up despite the refs missing that one. Can't get all the calls. That's how it works. I'm also one to say, every team's going to have good and bad calls. It's just kind of how it goes. Sometimes we're going to get calls. Sometimes the opposing teams are going to get calls. It is what it is. So just shrug it off. Move on. At some point, there's going to be a call that goes our way instead of their way. It's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything crazy on Twitter yet. I'm keeping an eye on Lane Kiffin news, too, because we were supposed to see an announcement from him or from the school after the Egg Bowl. But Lane Kiffin said in his post-game interview that he still doesn't know where he's going next year. So I'm not really sure what the announcement is gonna be. Alright, we got kickoff here. See if Tech returns this one. Nope. Bounces into the end zone for the touchback. Alright. Works for me. Oh, man. We're a second half team. It's all good. We've been doing well getting after Haynes King. Haynes King, though, he's a hard guy to bring down because he's super tough. Even when you get to him, he's super tough. He'll shake you off. He'll keep running. He'll take you with him. Super tough guy. Very mobile. Very capable of just escaping. And we got a run here on 1st and 10. It's going to go for about 4 yards before going out of bounds. Going to be second and medium coming up. That happened fast. The broadcast wasn't even on the play when it started. I wasn't sure who had the ball for a second. The broadcast was still talking about something else. They weren't keeping up with Tech there. Tech's going fast. Or maybe the broadcast is slow. Who's to say, really? 2nd and 6 coming up. Down to 9:20 to go in the second quarter here. Haynes King with the running back in the backfield. It is going to be a handoff. No, Haynes King keeps it, and he's running himself. He doesn't get too far. He gets about 3 yards in that, so we got 3rd and 3 coming up. Pretty good play. This is the way their offense goes. They're not explosive generally. They like to run. They like to give Haynes King the ball, and he's doing a good job with it. It's 3rd and 3, and this is the type of offense that's comfortable in 3rd and 3s. So we're going to have to bring the pressure. Do not let him run it here. Haynes King is very capable of keeping it himself. Under 9 minutes now, 8:40 and ticking. 3rd and 3. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. A lot of motion here. Haynes King facing pressure immediately. There we go, defense. There we go. He has to get rid of it. It's going to be 3 and out for the Yellow Jackets, and Georgia's going to go back on offense here. Hold up. There's a flag. We got that ugly yellow on the field. And I'm not talking about Georgia Tech's uniforms. We'll wait and see what the flag is. Great job bringing the pressure on the defense there. Haynes King had no time. Very good disguise. I guess they picked up the flag because the announcers aren't talking about it, and now the broadcast doesn't show it. So Georgia Tech punts. Where's that ball going? The broadcast doesn't know. It looks like it just went out of bounds. Around the 44? We're going to get good field position there to start the next drive. There we go. There we go. Like I said earlier, regarding our defense against their offense, we should be able to stop them more often than not. Obviously, we have to take it seriously, but we match up well against them. And then with our offense against their defense, I said we'd probably be able to score a good bit. As long as we don't turn it over too much, we should be able to win this. We've turned it over once. As long as we don't do it again, we are fine. So good start so far. Love to see it. Alright, we got a commercial break here, so just want to say real quick, thank you everyone who's watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the live reaction and commentary to this game. Really appreciate it. If you would, we would appreciate if you'd subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel, and we do lots of streams, at least one a week. We usually focus more on the NFL. If you check out our channel, we do a lot of NFL videos and rankings and the like. But I do plan to cover the Georgia games, probably the playoff games. So we'll see. But anyway, appreciate anyone listening. And yeah, we're having fun with it today. Having fun with it. We've had our highs and lows in this game, but overall, this is Georgia football, ride or die. And I think we're going to end up winning this game. I still feel good about it. I've got a good feeling. This is one of those games, too, that even all year, because, you know, we're the types of fans to look ahead and see who we're playing and wonder if we're going to lose, where would we lose? This was never a game that really concerned me. Like, I have all the respect in the world for Haynes King, and I know Georgia Tech's probably going to play us tough. Those were my thoughts coming into the game all season. But they were never the team that I would look at and go, yeah, I could see them beating us. I don't think that way about them. I don't think they have the talent profile to match up with us. Preseason, when I was looking at our schedule, I thought, okay, obviously there's Alabama. Although I was gutsy enough to say we'd beat Alabama and mean it. Whoops. I think I had us losing one game. And I think, shamefully, I think it was to Florida. I think I gave Florida an upset win over us because I bought into the DJ Lagway hype, and it turns out DJ Lagway is just not good this year. Whether it was due to injuries or incompetent offensive coaching, I don't know. I don't really care either. I'm glad that Florida was terrible this year. That was good. But they had the talent. The reason I was worried about them is they had the talent profile to match up with us. And I think that's still true. They have a ton of talent there. They just, you know, they're a dying team, basically. Sort of like Penn State after they took a couple bad losses and then fired their coaches. Like, it was all over for them. And then they played well down the stretch. Florida was similar in that they have so much talent, so in any given week they could show up and play a good game. The upset over Texas comes to mind. But also they just don't play well and consistently, so they had bad games too. I don't know. But my point in bringing them up is when you look at Florida, you look at Georgia Tech, one team has way more talent. So yeah, that all of that is to say, I was not worried about Georgia Tech because that we match up a lot better against them than we do against a lot of the other teams we played this year. And good grief, we've had a tough schedule, right? Like we played Ole Miss, they went 11-1 this year, which personally I'm not surprised. I think I had them going 11-1 or 10-2 because preseason I had them making the playoffs, and I got a lot of pushback on that when I was saying Ole Miss is going to be a top 3 or 4 team in the SEC this year. I think I was right. I was wrong on a lot of things, but I was right about Ole Miss at least. Gunnar Stockton kind of flicks it out of the backfield here, and he's not going to get anywhere. It's a 5-yard loss for Dylan Bell. That was a messed up play from the start. That looked really strange. We had a lot of guys in the backfield running around. It was like, let me see it from the beginning. We had a player in motion. Gunnar kind of, like, he did a whole spin in the backfield. A whole spin, looking at all the guys he could give it to, and then gave it to Dylan Bell. Like, the handoff there took way too much time. The defense had plenty of time to figure out what was happening. Good grief. So it's 2nd and 14 after a 4-yard loss. We're going to have to throw it on this drive, I'm sure. Gunner is going to throw here. He's got plenty of time. He's going to throw deep. He's throwing deep into double coverage. It's going to be incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. He was looking for Dylan Bell in double coverage. I am shocked that he threw that in double coverage. They call holding on the defense prior to the pass, and that looks like the correct call. Yeah, number 6 was kind of holding Dylan Bell a little bit earlier. I'm looking at the replay here. If the ball is thrown further out in front of Dylan Bell, and, Dylan Bell is faster, I could see why he's throwing it, but, yeah, I didn't love that, but you know what, Gunner? Get all your bad decisions out today before the playoffs, please, by all means. Let's experiment now before we have to play an elimination game. By all means, I am okay with that. We got the ball at the Tech 49-yard line now after the penalty. Gunner looking to throw again. He's running up. He's got a little bit of green, but not going to go too far. About 4 yards gained. We'll take it. He was facing a little bit of pressure and decided to just take off. I don't know if we're just not protecting him well, or if receivers are just not getting open, but Gunner looks a little more antsy in the pocket than normal. And we're just not getting passes completed in this game. I think we still have 4 total passing yards. Again, I'm not worried. It's just kind of weird. Alright, 2nd and 5. We are going to run it this time. He's got some green. He's going to get the first down into field goal range. There we go, Nate Frazier. That's what we like to see. We're going to get the ball around the 35-yard line now. All right. I don't know where they marked us down, but it's close to the 35. Georgia ball moving forward. This is going well. Nate Frazier is having a huge game, man. He is playing really well. Like, I was talking about Nate Bowens earlier in the game, but Chancey Bowens. Nate Frazier is playing really well today. Gunner looking to throw. He's rolling out. Pressure's coming. He's got to get rid of it. He throws. It's going to be... can't complete that one. Looking for Delp, I believe. Delp could not bring it in. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Alrighty. That was a little surprising. Gunner did a good job getting the ball to Delp and giving him a chance at it, but it's really hard to make that play work. Again, I would have liked to just stay on the ground. Like, we were running the ball really well. 97 rushing yards to 5 passing yards. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. It's like Gunner's changing something or pointing something out to his O-line. Gunner takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's throwing deep. One-on-one matchup. It's going to be caught. I think he got that. No, he might have dropped it at the end. It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dylan Bell again. One-on-one matchup. And they talk about it. They call it incomplete. It looked like Dylan Bell caught that ball and then lost it when he hit the ground. Let me see, though. There's definitely some contact there, but it was mutual, I think. Bell goes up for it. He gets the ball. Yeah, I don't know that he ever had full possession of it. I think that's really close. Like, I would look at that. That was pretty close. But alright, it's 3rd and 10 now. Gunner has to throw. It's going to be a screen pass. Easy first down here. And some more. Branch across the 15. Down around the 13-yard line. Zachariah Branch has been a fantastic receiver for us this year. He's going to be playing on Sundays. And gosh, he might be playing so well this year, he's gone. He might be going to the draft this year. I would not be surprised. Well, okay, great play call that time. I don't love calling a screen pass on 3rd and long, but, like, obviously it was the right call. Their defense was not at all ready for that. Just a ton of green immediately for Branch. First down, 1st and 10 at the 12. It's going to be a run, and it's not going to go too far, just about 3 yards. I'm guessing that was McRae at running back. Yeah, every time McRae gets it, it's kind of, less burst from the running back and only about 2 to 3 yards. So you can kind of tell who's running it. 2nd and 7, here we go. Gunner is going to look like he's keeping it himself. He's going to end up gaining 2 yards before going out of bounds. He is hit out of bounds, too. Run down. Yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to be a pass or not. I don't think that was a designed run. Ugh. 3rd and 5 now. We could run it here. I wouldn't be surprised if we ran it and got the first. I am also usually one to call a pass on 3rd and 5, so... But the way we're running it, I wouldn't be overly against a handoff here. It's 3rd and 5. We got to punch it in this time. We didn't last time. Timeout is called, I think. I heard a whistle. Yep. Georgia Tech calls the timeout. They want to think about it on defense, I guess. So Kirby and the Dogs still have all 3 timeouts. So there is a path where we score here and then get a stop on defense. And then with all 3 timeouts and possibly a 2-minute warning, we have time to score again. I'm not necessarily saying that'll be the case, but I am pointing out we got all 3 timeouts and there's still time left in this half. This might not be the last time we have a chance to score. I hope it's not, because if this is the last time we have a chance to score, that means our defense lets them have a chance to score. So, alright, timeout called, so we'll wait a second. We'll wait through these commercials. Good drive by the offense here. On 3rd and 5, I do wonder what we're going to do. I'm checking scores. Oh, good grief. I'm checking scores. North Texas, the only other game I'm really keeping up with, North Texas at Temple. North Texas is up 28-7 in the second quarter. Last we checked, it was 14-7, so yeah, that changed a lot. Jeez. You know, I admire that. I respect that. Temple's been playing okay at times this year. They're a mediocre team in that conference. I wondered if there'd be some letdown for North Texas since their coach has already announced he's leaving for Oklahoma State after the season ends. So I respect that they're coming out and fighting hard, because this win gets them into their conference championship. They could be a playoff team. They could also be a team that Georgia faces in the playoffs. So I do care to keep up with that. Like, if we get the 5 seed in the playoffs, which a win today and then missing the SEC championship and then Texas Tech winning their conference probably allows for that. We'd get the 5 seed and face the winner of the American Conference, most likely. So I do want to keep up with this, because North Texas is a potential opponent. North Texas Tulane is the likely matchup in that conference championship game, meaning we'd likely play the winner. I think I'd rather play Tulane, because I know for fact Ole Miss beat them by a ton, and we beat Ole Miss, so I'm guessing we'd match up pretty well against Tulane. North Texas, there's more unknown for me. I gotta imagine we should be able to win pretty easily, but they got a really good freshman quarterback there. I feel like they have a higher ceiling than Tulane does, if that makes sense. So I would rather play Tulane, but I'm probably gonna root for North Texas anyway, because it's nice. I like their quarterback. I like that team. Fun to root for this year. And again, none of the other games going on right now really matter in the playoff picture. We'll check out the NFL too, because we are an NFL channel around here for the most part. Chicago's up 10-3, 11 minutes in the third quarter, so it's a little surprising. Caleb Williams is having a terrible day, but Jalen Hurts is having an even worse day. Wow. Good grief. Okay. All right. Alrighty then, very interesting. We got the game returning here, so we will reshift our focus now. 3rd and 5. Gunner's got an empty backfield here, so that tells me we're probably passing, but depending on what their defense does, we might be looking at a quarterback keeper here for the run-in. Never mind, we got 32 joining him in the backfield now. Probably for protection. 3rd and 5. Gunner throws. It's going to be caught. Branch makes a move. It's in for the end zone. Touchdown, Zachariah Branch. Way to go, man. Way to go. That's what we needed. My goodness, Branch is so good. Branch is so good. We are so glad to have him on this team. It was thrown short of the first down marker and therefore the end zone. And Branch does that little turnaround move that we've seen from him, and he gets into the end zone. Defense could not keep up. Georgia, in the end zone, takes the 9-3 lead. PAT is pending. That's what we've been waiting for. There we go. And as I previously said, we got 3 timeouts, 4:35 to go. We could score again before halftime, hopefully. Whew, all right. Extra point is up, and it's good. 10-3 is your score. The Bulldogs take the lead. And that's why we said, do not worry. It is okay facing an early deficit because there's plenty of time. The Dogs know how to make comebacks, and 3-0 is not really much of a deficit, so good stuff. Now, Branch is going to be playing on Sundays. I don't know what his ceiling is. I don't know what he will be exactly. I've previously compared him to Zay Flowers, the receiver of the Baltimore Ravens. I think Branch probably has a higher ceiling than Flowers. Like, I think they have a similar play style, but Branch seems like he's the more elusive and speedier type of player. I don't know. I'm not great with comparisons a lot of the time, but that's what I see from Branch. I think he's going to be a good receiver in the league. As a Panthers fan, if he falls to the second round, I'd love to get him there. I got to say, that'd be great. I would love that. 10-3 lead, 4:35 to go. Again, we have all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time to work with if we can get the ball back. Kick is up. See if Georgia Tech's going to return this one. Nope, going to go over his head into the end zone for the touchback. All right. All right. Good stuff. We'll see the Tech offense take the field shortly. Kind of waiting at the moment because they're talking about Haynes King. So I don't feel like talking about Haynes King anymore because I've done that a few times already. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Haynes King facing pressure, and he throws just out of bounds. Good catch by 27 on the sideline. Went right to him. We're doing a great job bringing the pressure. Like I talked about earlier, how we have been able to get after the quarterback and force pressure. We just don't get a lot of sacks, so it doesn't show up in the box score and the stat sheets. But we do a good job bringing the pressure. Today, that's especially true. Like, Haynes has faced pressure almost immediately on a lot of these plays. So really good to see we're disguising the blitz and bringing it. Yeah, pressure rate is 55% of dropbacks so far. That's crazy. Haynes King, it looks like he's going to hand off here, and he does. Running back is going to gain about 3 yards. Not a bad run there. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 4:20 and counting down. If we get the stop here, we genuinely have plenty of time to score again. Ideally, the game could be over halftime. That's the best case scenario. Not trying to say we're about to run away with it. I'm still taking him seriously. We're bringing pressure again. Haynes King gets rid of it. That's going to be a drop for a loss, surely. All right, there we go. He only ends up losing 1 yard. Great effort by number 0 on Texas Tech. Wow, Texas Tech. Good grief. Georgia Tech did a great job not losing yards, too many yards there. Only lost 1. Could have been way more than 1. The ball was thrown way behind the line of scrimmage by Haynes King. Again, doing a great job bringing that pressure. Like, Haynes had no choice there. The Georgia Tech offensive line is just... Ugh, they're getting smothered here. Just absolutely beaten up in this game. Love to see it. Love to see it. 4th and 8, they are punting. We're going to have a chance to put points on the board before halftime. Ball to 19, taking it up to the 25. Makes a move, gets to the 30. 32-yard line is where he's going to go down, or around there at least. Pretty good return, I got to say. That was a good return. All right, you guys. We didn't have a great start to this game, but we're getting going now. We have a chance to take a double-digit lead going into the half. Got to feel good if we can do that, especially as a second-half team. So hopefully that's what'll happen. They got a game break here, talking about the North Texas game, which we've already been talking about. They're up 28-7 right now, so doing pretty good over there. Potential playoff opponent for Georgia. All right, ball at the 33. Gunner's going to hand it off here, and he's got a little bit of green. Frazier's going to get about 8 yards. Good run there. We got 3 minutes here. We got 3 timeouts. We still have the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time. We can actually run the ball if we want to. We can take our time. We can do whatever we want on offense until we are under 2 minutes, I suppose. We don't have to be super urgent yet. We also don't want to run the risk of going too fast and then leaving them any time. So I do like how we're approaching this so far. 2:40 on the clock. Gunner takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be the first down across the 45. Down around the 47-yard line. There we go. There we go. We're going to get probably one more play off before the 2-minute warning. If we want, we might actually let it go down to the 2 minutes. We have that choice. I would like to see another play, but we'll see. We're lining up at least. At the 47-yard line, our 47-yard line. We'll see if we get one snap off or we take it. We do get the snap off. It's one last run before the 2-minute warning, and they were ready for it. We only gained 1 yard that time, and that's the 2-minute warning. Clock is stopped at 1:58. All right. I don't know why we gave the ball to McCray. I don't really know why we're giving it to him at all. Like, I'm not trying to hate on the guy. I'm sure he's a great dude, and I'd like to see him bust off a big run here, but he's not doing that well in this game. Like, Frazier is running wild. Meanwhile, we got McCray. Whenever we give him the ball, and I get that we give Frazier breaks, but I don't know why McCray is the guy who comes in. Whenever we give McCray the ball, I'm pulling up the stats because I want to get this right in this game. Wow, the stats are not currently updated. It's still, ESPN is telling me the score is still, oh no, there it is, it updated. It was saying 3-3. It's like, that's not right. I don't think it's 3-3. McCray has 6 carries for 27 yards. But that's okay. It's fine. Aside from the 8-yard run, though, he's got 5 for 19. Like, he's been okay. Most of his runs that we've seen have not gone too far. Meanwhile, Frazier's got 7 carries for 59 yards. So it's like, why is Frazier barely getting more carries than McCray? And why have we not seen Bowens in this game? If anyone listening knows why we haven't seen Bowens, I would love it if you could let me know. Because, like, I'm honestly confused, given that Bowens has been quite good for us. I thought he was our RB2. I must have gotten confused there. Is he just injured? He didn't play last week either. I didn't read anything into that, though, because it was Charlotte we were playing. Did Bowens get hurt and I just completely missed it? Maybe that's what happened. Trying to figure it out. I'm very curious. Let me look him up. We got a commercial break, by the way, at the 2-minute warning, so I have not much to say here. Let me see. Smart said Bowens looks good after he did not play against Charlotte due to a leg injury. Okay. Alright. Apparently, okay, this is saying that Bowens hasn't played since the Auburn game, which I don't think is true. I'm pretty sure Bowens was playing against Texas a couple weeks ago. No, I just can't read. Alright. I guess that he's out injured. I guess he's still dealing with a leg injury, and that's why he's not playing in this game. Alright. I guess I just missed that. That makes sense. Can't play if you're hurt. I'll say again, because I was talking about Bowens pregame, like he looks really good. He's going to be a star at Georgia when he takes over the backfield someday. I don't know how much longer Nate Frazier's going to be here. I think he's a sophomore, so might be back next year. I think Bowens is going to be playing on Sundays, and the way Frazier plays, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets to play on Sundays too. We got a good running back room again. We have a really good running back room at Georgia. We used to be RBU. We might still be, I don't know. But we are a good place if you want to run the ball. 2nd and 9, returning to the game here at the 48-yard line. 1:58 to go. All 3 timeouts in our pockets here. Here we go. Gunner takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff. Yeah, wow, good run there for the first down. He's still going across the 40. 35 down around the 30-yard line. Nate Frazier having a great day on the ground. Awesome stuff. We're seeing a good burst from Frazier. I was talking earlier, when you see McCray in the game, you don't really see that burst. He's more like the guy you want at the goal line. He can get you the yards in short yardage scenarios. Frazier's looking really shifty and elusive today. Like that, he made some good moves on that run. Man, Yeah, this is the best I've seen Nate Frazier play, honestly. At the 30-yard line, Frazier gets the handoff here and gets about 2 yards on that one. Georgia Tech was prepared for that run. Credit where it's due. They were ready for it. Not a whole lot Frazier could do. It is what it is. We're down to 1:20. Frazier, 11 carries for 97 yards today. This is probably the best I've seen him play. If I'm missing something, let me know, but I think this is the best he's played. He looks really good out there. Alright, we're down to 1 minute to go. 2nd and 8. Still have all 3 timeouts. We're doing this very well. Good management by Kirby. It's going to be a handoff here to McRae. McRae gets about 3 yards. He was fighting for those. Like, I'm telling you, he looks like the guy you want when you need 3 yards at the goal line. You give it to him. Because he can get you those hard-fought yards. He's just not the shifty, speedy type of running back, you know? So that's a good duo. It's just, we didn't need that in that situation. It's 3rd and 4 now, down to 30 seconds. And the reason we're killing so much time right now is if we don't get the first down here, we haven't left them any time to work with. 3rd and 4. Timeout's going to be called at 21 seconds. Alright. That's fair. Can't keep them going into the second half. So we got 21 seconds here. We're going to try to think this through. Because ideally we want a touchdown, of course. But we have to get the first down here for sure. You know, with the college football playoff rankings, you know, every week they show a graphic with the projected playoff outlook based on the rankings. And every week they put Miami in at the 11, even though they very likely are not playing in their conference championship game. It's bothered me every week. I don't understand why they do that. Miami is not the projected ACC champion. So why are you putting them in as the projected ACC champion? I put Virginia in, put SMU in, whichever team you think will win that conference. Right now it would be Virginia as the higher ranked team. I think it's kind of weird. I'm just saying. Alright, offense back out there on the field. 3rd and 4. 21 seconds. I'm not worried about the clock right now. We still got timeouts. At the 24-yard line, we got Branch. One-on-one matchup. He's got space. I'd give it to Branch right now. Gunner is running. He's running way too much. I don't like that. He's going to go down. He's going to go down. I think that was kind of unnecessary, honestly. I thought that Branch was just going to be wide open. I'm surprised. We got a flag on the field, though. We'll see what it is. I have no idea what it is. I didn't think there was a hold. Usually it's holding in these types of scenarios, but I didn't see a hold. Let's see what they call. Ooh, illegal hands to the face on the defense. We get the automatic first down with 14 seconds to play for. We're going to have at least 2 more plays. We get 2 shots into the end zone. I think Tech was playing some zone defense there. I think Tech, it looked like it was going to be man coverage, but then a guy backed off on Branch, and it looked like it was zone. Gunner throws into the end zone. Wobbly pass, nearly picked off. I think somebody tipped it. The way it looked, there's no way it wasn't tipped, man. That was almost picked off in the end zone. Good grief. Someone had to have tipped that. Like, there's no way Gunner just threw a wobbly duck like that. That was absolutely tipped. They haven't shown a replay, so I can't confirm yet. 8 seconds here. We get 1 shot into the end zone. I think we have time for 1 shot at the 12-yard line right now. We're going to use our second timeout, though. We're going to talk about it because we only got 1 chance at this. And we cannot afford to use too much time here. We have to get the ball out fast into the end zone. We have 8 seconds. We have to leave enough time on the clock for a field goal attempt. We do have 1 timeout, so if we go down inbounds here for the clock to keep running, we can call a timeout, and it's not a big deal. We should be able to get 3 points out of this at the very least. We got a chance, though, to get 6. Or, then 7 because of the PAT. Oh, boy. We also get the ball to start the second half, by the way, which is very critical. Because we could hypothetically score a touchdown here and then start the second half with a touchdown, and we're up 24-3 out of nowhere. But we got to focus on right now. We're outgaining them by 100 yards, man. The only reason it's this close is because of that turnover. Oi. Turnovers matter. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. 10-3 is the score. 8 seconds to go. From the 12-yard line, we got one shot here. Gunner takes the snap. Good protection. He's going to throw into the end zone. To nobody. It's just going out of bounds. 4 seconds on the clock. We are going to have to take the 3 points here. No one was open, so I guess that was probably a good decision to just throw it away. Unfortunate. It's alright. We're going to take the 3. If we make it, we got a double-digit lead at halftime. Like, we will take that. You don't see Kirby blowing a double-digit lead at halftime. If you're a Georgia fan, which I am, you got to feel pretty good with that. This is a 30-yard attempt from Woodring. It would be a big shocker if he missed it. Looks like Tech is going to call a timeout to try to ice the veteran kicker. I'm sure that'll work. Nope. I mean, I'll snark aside. It's the right call to try to ice him. Like, sometimes that does work, for sure. And, you know, you got one timeout with 4 seconds left. Like, you're not going to use it otherwise, so you may as well burn it here and hope that it works. It's the right call to use the timeout. Hopefully it doesn't really affect anything. It's a 30-yard attempt for a very accurate kicker. Like, I'm not really worried. Alright. Methinks at halftime, I'll go ahead and examine some of the other games going on this weekend. I've already said that I think A&M and Bama are both winning their games this week, and I think they're just the better teams. Neither upset would really surprise me, so I think we are avoiding the SEC championship, and I'm in the camp that would like to avoid that, because if we get the 5 seed and we host a playoff game at the Georgia Stadium, Sanford Stadium, that would be awesome. Part of me would be very tempted to go to that game, so I would like to get the 5 seed in the playoffs. By the way, the kick is up, and it is good. Woodring ain't going to miss that. It's going to be 13-3 well, actually, it's not halftime yet. There's 1 second on the clock, but barring a miracle, it's going to be 13-3 at halftime. Obviously, we still got to play the kickoff here. See what happens. Technically, they could return it. Personally, I would boom this out of the end zone. Don't let them get a return. Make them go back out there on offense and just kneel it down, because I don't think they're going to try anything. Alrighty. Yep, at halftime, we'll go ahead and examine all the games that are coming up, all the big ones that matter, because there's a lot going on in college football. There are a lot of teams that could make the playoffs, a lot of games that really matter this week, which I think is one of the benefits of the expanded playoffs. This late in the season, there are so many teams whose seasons are alive. With the 4-team playoff, there wouldn't be as much at stake. So at this point, there's a lot going on, and it's really interesting to see who might actually make it in, who's going to get left out, because there's a chance we have a 10-2 team left out of the playoffs, and it just might be an SEC team at that, which I don't really care at that point. Like, if it's Vanderbilt at 10-2, I don't really care that you're an SEC team, because I'm going to do it based on resume regardless, so if your resume doesn't stack up and it warrants you being left out, so be it. I hope Vanderbilt gets in, though, because I think that'd be awesome. I'm just saying, though, like, what conference you're in doesn't matter. It's the resume overall. So there's a lot going on this weekend. Vanderbilt's got a shot at making the playoffs. Miami's still alive. If they beat Pitt this weekend, that'll be a ranked win. And at some point, the committee has to look at Miami and Notre Dame and actually compare them. I think they did this past week. I heard that they actually looked at them and just the resumes don't add up. Miami gets a ranked win over Pitt this weekend, though the resumes are going to look a lot closer. At some point, you have to wonder when the head-to-head result is actually going to matter. I'm the type who generally honors head-to-head results, so I think it should matter already, or at least, I would at least have Miami a little bit higher based on resume. A lot of people are still docking them for those unranked losses. SMU's a ranked team now, and you can argue that they're not that good, which I would still hear you on that. They have losses to TCU and Baylor this year. But they're 8-3, and they're ranked by the committee, so per the committee, that is a ranked loss for Miami. There are other losses to Louisville, which no longer looks as good, so there's that. But I don't know, if we're judging by resume, I don't really get the Miami hate. I'm just saying. But yeah, we got halftime here, by the way. As predicted, Georgia Tech did nothing on offense, just kneel it down. So we're good there. Not a worry. Not a worry. So we take the lead into halftime, 13-3. As I've said before, you don't have to worry if you're trailing as a Georgia fan. Like, we've seen it before. We're comfortable coming from behind. I wish we could start stronger, but look, You threw an interception in Georgia territory early in the game. It's a good thing they only have 3 points. Gunnar Stockton is only 4 out of 10 in this game for 36 yards. Gunnar is not playing well. The passing game is not working. He still got 13 points. So, we're having an off day on offense. I would rather do that now than in the playoffs. This is not the end of the world to me. I can live with this, you know? So, I don't want to overreact or anything. This is fine. We're all good. So, Georgia Tech, though, they're not getting much going on offense, honestly. They're trying. It's just not working. We got halftime here, though, so we are going to go preview some of the other games. I've not really done that this week yet. I've already put in my predictions personally, but I've not revealed many of them. Let me remove this bot. Got some bots here today. So I'll go through some of the ranked matchups we have here on the slate. Obviously, we got the big one tonight in A&M taking on Texas. Texas A&M has a chance to go 12-0 and get into the SEC championship game, which is awesome. I don't have any animosity towards Texas A&M, and if we meet them there, I think that'd be pretty cool. I would love that matchup. A&M, I don't really trust them like I trust Ohio State. And I know maybe it's foolish to trust one team more than the other when Ohio State also hasn't played that tough of a schedule overall. Like, they haven't played a truly elite team yet, right? They beat Texas, I guess. Like, that's probably their best win. I don't know if I'm missing anyone. You could argue for Washington, I guess. Washington's all right. Texas is their best win, though, in my opinion. But, yeah, I don't trust A&M too much. And there's a chance that they just don't do well against their rivals tonight with an SEC championship spot on the line. We did see A&M trailing South Carolina 30-3 just a couple of weeks ago, which I still think is insane. And then I don't think a lot of people were really surprised when they made that comeback. Like, of course, South Carolina choked. Of course, A&M got going in the second half. A&M is a team that has won in a lot of different ways this year. And they do have a good win over Notre Dame. Me, personally, I'm taking Notre Dame if they play again. Like, I think that Notre Dame is a lot better now than they were in week 2 or 3, whenever that was. But that result still matters for the resume, of course. I don't care when you played. It still matters. A&M's having a great season, and I'm picking them to beat Texas tonight because Texas has been playing better on offense. Arch Manning has quietly thrown like 300 yards 3 of the past 4 times he's played. The one time he didn't was against Georgia, so nice, go dogs. But Texas offense has been playing a lot better recently. A&M, though, I feel like they match up pretty well. I would imagine they're going to be able to move the ball in the Longhorns' defense enough to be able to put up points. And I think that A&M defense is solid enough to keep Texas to a lower scoring game. I think it's going to be close, but I've got A&M winning a close game at 27-24. It is in Austin, though, which is why I could easily see the upset. And Arch Manning is playing well. I could definitely see it happening. I've got a feeling A&M wins it, though. I got a feeling that they get the job done here, and they get a spot in the SEC championship. So I think that'll be interesting. I actually won't be able to watch that game because we got family plans tonight, but I'm going to keep an eye on that score because it definitely matters. As it pertains to Texas, though, because a lot of people have said they're completely out of the playoffs, I think they probably should be. I mean, they got a loss to 3-win Florida, or 4-win Florida. They have 4 wins now, I'm not sure. They got a bad loss to Florida on the schedule, though. They got some nice wins on the resume, too, like over Vanderbilt, and they got a dominant win over Oklahoma. And if they win tonight, they got to win over a top 3 Texas A&M team. So they're going to have quality wins. They got 3 losses, though. But based on where they're ranked at 16th, I don't think they're actually dead yet. They would need absolute chaos to leap up the rankings here, but let's say that Michigan loses to Ohio State, which in my opinion, I'm picking it. I know Michigan's won like 4 years in a row or something ridiculous, but at some point, Ohio State's going to stop trying to play Michigan's game to beat them, and they're going to play their own game and actually get the job done. I think that's going to be what happens this year. So let's say Michigan loses. Let's say Tennessee beats Vanderbilt, which that's another big game to talk about later. Let's just say, hypothetically, it happens. And then let's say Texas wins and they jump over those 2 teams. They're at 14. Utah won earlier today, but they played close with the bad Kansas team. Let's say that Texas upsets Vanderbilt. Not upsets, sorry. Let's say that Texas jumps Utah because they look bad against Kansas. They're at 13. Let's say Miami loses to Pitt. Texas is at 12. Let's say BYU loses their conference championship game, because that's all the committee needs as an excuse to drop them, which is absolute bullcrap, by the way. Bluntly stating that. It is ridiculous what's happened to BYU with their resume. Texas could jump all the way up with a win over A&M. That resume would be speaking to committee members for sure. I'm just saying, with enough chaos, do not count out Texas yet. I don't like it, and neither should you unless you're a Texas fan. Do not count them out. A game that happens tonight, a ranked matchup, Arizona at Arizona State. I didn't expect that to be a ranked matchup this year. Arizona, it looks like they're a 1-point favorite. I'm actually taking Arizona because I think they're probably pretty evenly matched, but I don't really trust Arizona State, honestly. And Arizona's been rolling lately. Arizona State's going to be playing their backup quarterback again. I think it's Jeff Sims, if I'm not mistaken. So they are going to be a very run-heavy offense in this game. Arizona, I really like their quarterback, Noah Fafita. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. He's had some cold games this year, but more often than not, he's been very good. And again, Arizona's won 4 in a row. I'm looking at their schedule right now. Their last loss was a 3-point loss to Houston. They got a good dominant win over Baylor last week. Sorry, Daniel. They got a nice win over at Cincinnati a couple weeks ago. Arizona State's won 3 in a row, but it's against Colorado, West Virginia, and then Iowa State, which is solid. I'm going with Arizona to pull the upset there, which, by the way, is going to boost BYU's resume if it hasn't already. And on my point about BYU, because I just said what's happening to them is ridiculous, it's total crap. They got 2 ranked wins right now, one over Utah, who the committee calls the top 15 team. Whether it's right or wrong, you can debate, but the committee said it. And they call Arizona a top 25 team, which, whether that's right or wrong, the committee said it. So the committee gives them 2 ranked wins. Their 1 loss is to top 5 team Texas Tech. I get that it's by 22 points. Oklahoma has not even worse loss. They lost to Texas by double digits. We don't seem to be hating on them for that. Oklahoma's got the wins to offset it, but so does BYU, is my point, and they only have 1 loss. So, in my opinion, if I were to read you the rankings right now, it's Ohio State 1, Indiana 2. I would flip those 2. I think Indiana's resume is still slightly better. It's going to be settled on the field next weekend anyway, most likely. You got Texas A&M at 3. I agree with that for now. If they beat Texas tonight, maybe they move above Indiana, because that's a ranked win, and Indiana plays Purdue tonight, which I'm not even going to talk about that game. Indiana's going to slaughter them. Ohio State beats Michigan this week, and they're going to stay at 1. A&M might swap with Indiana. Georgia at 4. I'm cool with that. Texas Tech at 5. As a Georgia fan, if Texas Tech plays and beats BYU in their conference championship game while we sit at home, I'm okay with them jumping us. They'd be 12-1 conference champs. I am absolutely fine with them jumping us, and I hope that happens because, again, I want Georgia to get the 5 seed, host a playoff game in their stadium, and then play the Group of 5 champion. Like, that's a game I would be very tempted to go to. I don't know if I would or not because I'm sure it'd be expensive, but anyway, Oregon at 6, I actually don't like that. I know a lot of people were waiting for them to move up. I respect the ranked win over USC. I value that. It's the only good win they really have, though. I'm not going to give them a lot of credit for beating Penn State, who's 5-6, because it was a great win at the time, and you can argue that they basically killed Penn State's season, but it's a 5-6 team. Resume matters, man. So I would argue that Ole Miss has the better resume than Oregon, so I would have Ole Miss higher right now. If Oregon were to beat Washington this weekend, that might sway me. It might. I'd reevaluate. We'll see. But yeah, they're ranked 6 and 7. BYU's down at 11. I would jump them over all the 2-loss teams. I would have BYU in my top 8 right now. Absolutely. No hesitation. The question would be, do I put them above Ole Miss or Oregon? The way I'd do it is I'd have Ole Miss at 6. I'd have BYU at 7 because their resume is better than Oregon's. I'd have Oregon at 8. You don't have to like it, but that's just how I view it. I'm not even a big-time Big 12 defender. I just really believe in that resume BYU has right now. I would probably have Oklahoma in my top 2-loss team. I'd put them at 9. I would have Alabama can go at 10. Head-to-head matters. I would have Alabama above Notre Dame. I hate the loss to Florida State, and that has to matter. But also the overall resume with all their good wins, because they do have a lot of good wins. I do think that's enough to put them above Notre Dame. I also have Notre Dame below Miami because I think the resumes are close enough to where I'm going to honor the head-to-head result. I do not care when the teams played that game. It still mattered. It's on the schedule. It's on the resume. We saw them match up. It doesn't matter that I would hypothetically, on paper, pick Notre Dame to win today because the result already happened, and that needs to count for something. It needs to be honored. So when the resumes are that close and they're ranked that close to each other, for me, I'm going to put the team that won above the other. So I've got Alabama at 10. I've got Miami at 11. I've got Notre Dame down there at 12. And I think that's all right. I have Michigan higher than the committee, by the way. I got them up at 13. I think they actually have a sneakily decent resume, last I checked. Vanderbilt at 14. I got Utah at 15. I don't really get why Utah is above Vandy and Michigan, but it is what it is. And then beyond that, nothing else really matters. It's just what happens with the group of 5 and what happens with the ACC. There's still an outside chance the ACC gets nobody in if somehow Duke makes it to the conference championship. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think they'd win it if they got there. It'd be really funny, though. But most likely, It's going to be SMU Virginia in that conference championship game. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even bother predicting who's going to win it. Personally, I don't think it matters. Whoever wins it's getting blown out in the playoffs, but I hope Virginia gets there because I think that's a really nice story, and I'll be rooting for them against anyone but us. So, Group of 5, I still think Tulane wins that conference. Could be North Texas, though. But yeah, a lot going on there. We got some other games on Saturday. I've only really talked about the Friday night games. Like tomorrow, let's see. We got Ohio State at Michigan. I think Ohio State's going to win this year. They've been trying to play Michigan's game to beat them, as I said, and I think they're going to finally realize that's not what they needed to do. They're going to play Ohio State's game, and they're going to be able to throw the ball in Michigan's secondary, which is not the strength of their defense. If Ohio State's moving the ball, it's going to be through the air. So I do think they're going to get the job done through the air against Michigan and win that game. Texas Tech is going to blow out West Virginia most likely. Miami at Pitt is a good one. It's at Pitt. It's an early kickoff for Miami. It's probably going to be pretty cold there. It's going to be a close game. I do think that. I also think Miami's defense is going to be ready for this game, and I think they're going to get pressure on Pitt's young quarterback, who's been playing lights out, by the way. Freshman quarterback. Pitt's going to be a real player in the ACC next year, at least, assuming he doesn't transfer out of there. I've got Miami winning that game and going to 10-2, personally. I think they're the better overall team. They're more talented, the better roster. As long as they don't get out-coached, and as long as Carson Beck doesn't throw the game away for them, which is very possible, I think Miami should be able to win that game. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to be one of the first teams out of the playoffs while Notre Dame makes it in. And I think there's going to be a lot of outrage, rightfully so, because they beat Notre Dame head-to-head and have similar resumes. That's what I predict will happen. I don't know what will actually happen. The committee has got to be hoping Pitt wins that game, though, because that would help them out a lot. But I think Miami matches up well there. They should be able to move the ball in Pitt, and I think their defense has a lot of talent and should be able to get some stops. BYU is going to beat UCF. I don't even know who's playing at quarterback for them. BYU is really good at running the ball, and UCF's really bad at stopping the run, so that's kind of a recipe for disaster if you're a Knights fan. BYU should be able to win that. Oregon's going to Washington. Husky Stadium's pretty tough to play in. I got Oregon winning. I do think, outside chance here, if Washington beats Oregon, due to the weakness of Oregon's overall resume, there is a shot they actually fall out of the playoffs. I know it'd be crazy if they fell from 6 all the way outside the top 10, because it's an 8-3 Washington team they're playing. If they were to lose, though, do not be surprised if they fall out. They do not have the resume that adds up with the other 10-2 teams, and there's going to be a cluster of 10-2 teams. So keep an eye on that, but I do think Oregon wins. Washington against good teams this year has just kind of fallen apart, basically. They have an electric offense against anyone except Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan. They play really well against Illinois, but their defense just isn't that good this year, it seems. So I would imagine, since Oregon's defense is actually pretty good, I would imagine that Washington is going to struggle a lot in offense. And I would imagine Oregon is so talented. I've maintained my stance for a while. Like preseason, I had Georgia, Oregon in the championship. I think I'm probably sticking with that depending on how the bracket shapes up. That was my midseason prediction as well. I wouldn't worry about it because I think Oregon's going to win, but I don't think they're locked in yet if they lose, only because of all the 10-2 teams. It'd be shocking. Washington didn't play Indiana. Oh, shoot. Who am I thinking of then? You're right. Now that you say you're right. Hang on, I'm going to check their schedule because you were absolutely right. I'm sorry. I misspoke there. Who else did they lose to? Dang it. I know they struggled against Ohio State. I had Ohio State, Michigan. Oh, shoot. Oh, it was a loss to Wisconsin. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Thank you for that live correction there. Yeah, Washington did not play Indiana. I'm not really sure why I thought that. I think I mixed them up with Illinois, who played both Ohio State and Indiana. It was Wisconsin who beat Washington, which I don't really know how that happened. Yeah, the same common theme, though, was Washington's offense struggled in those games, which is why I just assumed they're probably going to struggle against Oregon. So, we'll see. I got Oregon winning. Welcome on in, by the way. Really appreciate you correcting me there. I'm usually good with my facts, but I definitely got that one confused, so thank you for correcting that. Let's see. They played last year? Gotcha. Moving on to other games, we got Oklahoma LSU. I don't recommend you watch this game unless you're a fan of either team or just really care about the result. Like, there's not going to be a whole lot of offense. I definitely can't pick LSU in a game. They don't have a coach. They don't really have an offense. Barely beat Western Kentucky last week, which no disrespect to Western Kentucky, but LSU should not have been in that close of a game. It's not going to be fun to watch, but I think John Mateer is the best quarterback on the field in that game. He's going to make enough plays. Oklahoma should get the dub. Much more important game, Vanderbilt-Tennessee. Honestly, I'm picking Vanderbilt to win only because it feels like Pavia is not going to let Vanderbilt lose. That might be crazy. It's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. Tennessee, Vanderbilt, I don't think either team has that great of a defense. I think they both have really good offenses when necessary. Tennessee's been more consistent, so I do think I would probably, in general, favor Tennessee, but it's the Pavia factor for me, where I'm just looking at that matchup going, Vanderbilt has a chance to go 10-2 and possibly make the playoffs. Pavia's not going to let that happen, right? It's sort of like when they played Auburn a few weeks ago, it looked like Auburn's going to win, and Pavia says no. Pavia's not letting that happen. So I feel like it's just kind of a feeling for me, Vanderbilt's going to win. It might not happen. It's possible they get blown out. It's possible they win big. It's possible it's a shootout. Anything could happen in this game except, defense. So I'm going to hesitantly go with Vanderbilt and just assume Pavia plays a heroic game for them again. Virginia Tech. I was thinking about picking the upset there just because of the history in that rivalry lately. Virginia Tech kind of owns Virginia. But I'm looking into the stats, and I remember thinking that Virginia just kind of matches up well with what they want to do on offense and what Virginia Tech fails to do on defense. I don't remember what it was exactly. But it looked like a pretty bad matchup for Tech, so I'm just going to go with the home team in that one. Virginia wins and goes to the ACC championship game. We got the Iron Bowl. I'll be watching that one with my family because I live with Auburn fans. That's fun during the Georgia-Auburn game every year. That's a lot of fun. But the Iron Bowl at Jordan-Hare Stadium at night seems kind of scary to me. And I would have been more inclined to pick the upset here if not for Alabama being right in the playoff picture. Like, if they lose, they're out. If they win, they're probably in. And everyone is talking about how Auburn could pull this upset, and a lot of people are picking it. I can't do it. I'm going with Alabama. Everyone's saying Auburn. I don't really see it, I feel like Alabama knows they have to win this game. I think it's going to be close because under DeBoer, they do play down to the level of competition, or up to the level of competition against good teams. It's going to be a good game. I think Alabama's going to pull away with it late. They probably get some fishy calls, too, because that tends to happen to Jordan-Hare. Either Auburn pulls a big upset on a crazy play, or Alabama gets some calls late in the game and they win. So that's my hesitant prediction. Alabama gets good calls and they pull away late. So give me the Tide in that one to meet A&M in the championship game, SEC championship game. Also, maybe a hot take, I don't know. I think Bama's in even if they lose to A&M in the championship game, because I don't think the committee is going to punish an SEC runner-up. And I think there'd be outrage by everyone. Well, not everyone, but a lot of SEC fans if that happened. I think the SEC commissioner would be super upset. I think we'd have a lot of drama if that were to happen. I don't know, though. Tulane's going to beat Charlotte and punch their ticket into their conference championship game. We got USC. They should be able to run over UCLA. It might be close because it is a rivalry game, but USC at home, give me the Trojans. Notre Dame is going to demolish Stanford. That's not going to be fun. And our final ranked team playing tomorrow, I skipped over it for a second, SMU at California. I don't know if I picked any upsets yet. This is where I'm going to do it. I am taking Cal in this game. They're kind of hot and cold whether they really show up or not. They've had some no-shows this year. They've had some great games. SMU's been on a roll lately. The way the ACC is going, it's either going to be SMU or Virginia who gets upset tomorrow. Maybe both. I don't know. Both would be more appropriate for the ACC this year. But I have a feeling one of them wins and one of them loses. And I think that SMU is more likely to lose than Virginia. I don't think SMU is just suddenly some really good, unbeatable team in the ACC. They beat up on Louisville, who I think has just given up on their season at that point last week. They beat Miami in overtime. That's a good win. I liked that. But they also have a 1-point loss to Wake Forest, which, respect to Wake, they've had a nice season. I like that for them. They have bad losses on their schedule to TCU and Baylor. It was earlier in the year, to be fair, but I don't think SMU is unbeatable. And I do think their pass defense is quite bad. And I think that Cal has a young quarterback who can let it rip. So I think this is going to be a close game. And I'm going to take the home team to pull the upset. And we'll see if that ages well or not. I don't know. Look, I'm hot and cold with my predictions. A few weeks ago, I had a really bad week. Last week, I was actually perfect in my predictions. I went 19 for 19, so I was happy with that. But I'm guessing I'll have a lot of these right. I'm not going with too much chaos this week. I did pick Ole Miss to win earlier. I picked Utah to win. Pretty easy picks, honestly. Everyone's talking about chaos this weekend. I don't really see it. The favored teams in all of these games seem to match up fairly well to me, so for the most part. I think we'll get maybe 1 or 2 upsets, but that'll be it. And that'll do it for halftime because we got kickoff here. Georgia, the Dogs are starting with the ball in the second half. Let's go, Dogs. Hope Georgia opens up. Man, I hope so too. That'd be a lot of fun. As long as we do it safely. Honestly, though, we're running the ball really well. I would not mind just hammering it away on the ground. I think that'd be great. So, oh, and Daniel, sorry, I forgot to reply to you. You said 17-9, the Bears lead. Man. Yeah, so we are usually primarily an NFL channel around here, so we do talk about the NFL a lot, so we are keeping up with the Bears-Eagles game. Chicago leads 17-9. I guess the Bears are for real, or maybe the Eagles' offense is simply that bad. I don't know which one it is. I'm telling you, the Philadelphia's going 1-1 in the playoffs, 1 and done in the playoffs this year. Here we go. Dogs have the ball to start the second half, looking to extend that 10-point lead. Let's get it. Ball to 25. Gunner looking to throw. It's going to be Branch. Oh, he's going the wrong way. He's going the wrong way. Branch is going to lose yards in that one. That did not work. Branch has a lot of talent, and we've seen him make some nice moves to get first downs where other players would have gone down short of the line to gain. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and this was one of those plays where he's trying to make something happen, but there are too many defenders in the area. We were trying to set up a screenplay there, it looked like, and did not have the blocks. 2nd and 14 now. We're going to be throwing again, I'm guessing. I'm a little surprised we came out throwing, based on how well we're doing on the ground. We've not had the pass game work today. It's weird. Gunner takes a snap. He's looking to throw. They're only bringing 3. He's got all day. He's moving on up, though. He's got a little bit of green. He's going to regain the yards Branch lost. He gets 5 there. It'll be 3rd and 9 coming up. We'll take it. We'll take it. Honestly, though, I don't know if he had to move up there. He had only 3 guys coming after him, and they were all blocked. Like, Gunner's had all day. I said it in the first half. He's looked a little more antsy in the pocket than normal, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm seeing things. But it feels like he's been a lot quicker to just move out and try to make a play. So I don't really love that. We'll see, though. See if he can get together. Empty backfield for Gunner on 3rd and 9. They're bringing a little bit of pressure. He's throwing across the field. One-on-one matchup. A little bit of holding there. I'd probably throw the flag on the defender, but they don't do it, and we go 3 and out. I would definitely throw the flag there. Dude's holding them the whole way. How is that not holding? Like, our guy's not doing anything. It's not even mutual. Like, he's holding Noah Thomas on that play. If we got any non-Georgia fans in here, tell me if I'm wrong, but that looked like holding. Okay. All right. Well, the offense goes 3 and out there. I do not like the play calls for most of those plays. Really the first down play. I don't like throwing on first down when we're running the ball so well. And we got the lead too. Like, why are we trying to pass the ball? We got a flag here before we can get the punt off. Gonna get backed up. We got a false start, man. All right, it's gonna be backed up 5 yards here on the punt. Yeah, this is not a great start to the half, but we got a 10-point lead. It's not a big deal. As long as the defense shows up on their first drive, we're good. It is super weird to me, though, that the pass game has been as bad as it has today. Like, I don't know what's going on with Gunner. Like, protection has been fine. Protection has been fine, but he's been antsy in the pocket and moved up when he didn't need to a few times. We got the punt. We'll see if they return this one. Wow, sky-high ball at the 25. It's fielded, fair, caught, and it's going to be tech ball at their own 25. Great punt. Sky-high, no chance at a return there. That was a good punt. Very good punt there. We got a good punter. We got a good kicker. We've been good on special teams this year. Yeah, Gunner Stockton still only has 32 passing yards, so this is super weird. We were hyping him up earlier, saying he's been really good this year, one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. You could argue one of the best in the nation. He's 5 for 12 today at 32 yards and an interception that was his fault. So, I don't know what's going on there. I don't think Georgia Tech suddenly has a good pass defense. Surely not. Pitt was obliterating them last week. Is Pitt just that good? I don't know. I don't love this, though. All right, Haynes King. Dropping back to pass. It's going to be completed for the first down. 10-yard gain. Good play by the Yellow Jackets offense there. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Nope, just good execution there. Ran a good route. He got open. We were not prepared for that one. Ball to 36. Haynes King is looking to throw. He's got a screen, or got a block, excuse me. Makes a move, gets about 6 or 7 yards there. Their offense is coming out swinging here. They're passing the ball. They're moving it. We didn't see them pass it a whole lot in the first half because every time they tried, we brought pressure and Haynes King had no time. 2 plays into the half here, he's had time. So, yeah. 2nd and 3, we got a pitch here. And good defense there to get him out. No gain. Love that. 24-9 Bears, Daniel. Good grief. Are you watching that game or are you box score viewing? What's the deal there? Because if you're watching, I'd like to ask some questions about that game. We are about to be 0-4 in the NFL Pick'em. That's crazy. We've been so good in the NFL Pick'em too, and we're 0-4 this week. All of the games have been upsets though. Like I don't feel too bad about it, but 0-4 definitely is a shot to the ego here. All right, 3rd and 3 here. We got the defense out there, hopefully to step up and get the stop. Here we go. It's going to be... Oh, come on. Tackle him down. You had him. Oh, my goodness. You had him in the backfield, but he still got there, I think, for the first down. Oh, my goodness. Haynes King faked the pitch and then flicked it to the running back or handed it off. I didn't see. I just know the running back had the ball. Let me see the replay. He faked the pitch and then flicked it in front of him. It's like it ended up being a pass. It was a forward pass. We had him. We should have been able to drop him for no gain, but he got the first down. Really unfortunate for us. Nope, just really good misdirection. Great idea. It shouldn't have worked, but it did. Haynes with the quarterback keeper here. He's going to gain about... Good grief, he got about 7 yards on that. Georgia Tech's moving now. All right. You're mostly box score viewing, box scoring, but watching sporadically. Okay. I was gonna ask if it's just Philadelphia being boring on offense and their defense letting up points, or Chicago just looks that good. I checked the box score earlier and was like, Caleb Williams is not playing well, but Jalen Hurts is playing even worse. It's weird. Bro, Chicago might actually win that division if they win today. We got a run here by Tech. He's gonna get the first down. It's usually the Dogs who have the great halftime adjustments and look better in the second half, but so far, the wrong Georgia team has made the adjustments. I'm not panicking, I'm not worried. It's fine. It's just kind of strange. It's kind of strange. Alrighty, 10.5 minutes here in the third quarter. At the 44, Haynes King looking to throw. He's got all day. He's throwing deep. One-on-one matchup is picked off! Let's go! Defense came up huge with the interception there. Ellis Robinson goes up and gets it. One-on-one matchup Haynes King was looking for did not go his way. Young player Ellis Robinson. We had some problems with him early in the year. He has grown a lot this season, though. He has played really well down the stretch. Gets the interception. Go Dogs! That's what we needed there, man. That's exactly what we needed. They were moving the ball in offense. They had the momentum. Ellis Robinson, all hands on that one. All hands to get that ball. Great grab, man. Great grab by Robinson. Goodness. Goodness, you guys. All right. All right, we're even on turnovers now. Gunner threw a pick earlier. Now King throws a pick. One was worse than the other, but it doesn't matter. They're equal in terms of interceptions. Georgia ball deep in their own territory, though, because that was a deep throw by King. Man, he had all day, too. I was not expecting him to take a deep shot there. Man. All right, good for us because they were moving the ball. We steal the momentum from them. Our offense is going to have to go out there and do something, though. Hopefully this time we stick to the run. For some reason, the pass game is just not working. I do not understand why. I really don't. If we've been able to run the ball on them, you would think that the pass game would therefore open up. That's generally how that works. But the passing game is off today, while the run game works. So, logically, we should just keep running the ball. That's not what we did when we started the half, but let's see what we do in the second possession here. In the second half. Let's see what some comments are saying. Yeah, Ellis Robinson in all caps. Yes, sir. Dude, he was someone who got so much criticism early in the year. But he's really played well down the stretch. So, really good to see for him. It's always nice when a young player is able to grow and learn and play well. Let's see. Yeah, some people are saying come out strong. The run game's working, so we need to throw it downfield more. I kind of disagree with that. I would like to throw the ball more. I'd like to successfully do that. I'm the type of person who enjoys watching the pass game more than the run game. But we're up 10 points, and the run game is going to milk the clock more, and that's something good. If the run game is working, we can keep running it, get first downs, move the ball while killing time. If we can do that, I think we should. So, I don't think we need to throw it downfield more. I don't think we need to pass. I think we need to do what's best to win the game. Doesn't matter how we win as long as we win, because then we're locked into the playoffs officially. So, yeah. It's nice that we can beat our rival today, hopefully, assuming we hold on here. It would be nice to beat our rival when we are just not playing that well overall. Defense is playing well, the run game is working, but the pass game, man, one-dimensional offense right now. I did not see that coming. Like I said earlier in the game, way early in the game, I expected to be able to run the ball well and pass the ball well against this defense, but despite what we saw against Pitt last week, the Georgia Tech secondary is apparently playing well, I guess. I don't know if it's the secondary playing well or Gunner just having a bad day. I don't know which one it is, honestly. Because we got receivers. Our receivers should be able to get open. I don't know. There's something giving Stockton some trouble out there. I don't know what it is. We got a comment here complaining about the clock management before the half. I was actually happy with the clock management. I thought we did a good job making sure there's no time left for them. Like either we were going to score a touchdown or kick the field goal. I thought we did a decent job there. McRae in the backfield here on 1st and 10 at the 4-yard line. I'm guessing we're giving it to him for the automatic 3 yards. We do give it to McRae. He's going to get a little more than 3 yards. There we go, McRae. Gets about 7 yards in that one. All right. There we go. We've talked about McRae and Frazier. I've talked about McRae mostly being the guy you can trust in short yardage scenarios. He's going to get you the yards. Really good running back in that regard. And then Frazier's got the elusivity. He's got the speed, the burst. He's the guy you want for the big chunk plays, while McRae is the guy who can get you the short yardage gains. I think that's why we gave him the ball there, backed up at our 4-yard line. But he got us more than just a few yards. He got us 7. We got 2nd and 3 now. It's going to be faking the handoff. You're going to throw to the running back who's going to get the first down. There we go. There we go. McRae out of the backfield for the catch and run for the first down. All right. You fake the pitch to McRae. He gets open. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, we got more space now. We're moving the ball. Love it. Apparently, Drew Bobo got hurt. It's our center. That's not good. Hopefully, he'll be okay. I must have missed that earlier. All right, 1st and 10 at the 18. Gunner. He's looking to throw. It's a screen pass to Branch. He's got 1 block. That's it. He only had 1 guy over there to block and 3 defenders. So that was not going to work. Oh, well. Branch did good to get a few yards out of it. Let's see. Daniel said, I think Philly looks boring and not moving the ball much. Average Philadelphia game, then. But do we take the Bears that much more seriously now? They're going to be 9 and 3. They're all but locked into the playoffs at that point. That's crazy. I'm happy for him. Happy for him. That's just crazy. All the chaos in the NFL this year for a Bears-Patriots Super Bowl. Imagine. The 2 teams that were hyped up in the offseason a little bit. We got an illegal substitution on the offense there. We're going to be backed up a few. That's not great. Appreciate everybody watching, by the way. It's awesome. Always more fun to do these streams when we got people watching. We do them regardless, even if we got 0 viewers or however many we got now. But really appreciate all of you. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Yeah, just thank you so much. If you're enjoying, we'd appreciate if you subscribe. We're trying our best to grow the channel. Appreciate a couple of you who've already hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. You catch all of our content that way. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right, Gunner looking to throw. Oh, no. What happened there? I think it got batted down. Good grief. Had defenders right in his face. He tried to throw across the field. I think it got batted down, man. The cameraman was fooled, too. He looked away where Gunner was throwing. Big number 95. Good grief. All hands there. He jumped up and batted it down. Look, heck of a play by 95. Credit where it's due. Great play. 3rd and 12 now at the 16-yard line. Gunner's going to have to throw. Oh, they blow it dead. Gunner was going to have someone deep there. It looked like he had a one-on-one matchup he liked. They blew it dead, though. What's the call, man? What's the call? False start on the offense. It's 3rd and 17 now. I still want to throw and try to get the first down. I don't want to run here, but I suspect that we're going to hand it off and just run the ball and then punt. Or it'll be a screen pass. Knowing the Mike Bobo offense, which we have given him credit for calling good games lately, but knowing his offense, I would expect a run or a screen pass here, honestly. But we'll see. 3rd and 17. This shouldn't have happened, but 3rd and 17. What are we doing? At the 11-yard line. It is a screen pass. Shocker. And they were ready for it because everyone should have been ready for it. We lost a few yards there. Alright. Well, we're going to be punting there. Penalties on that drive did not help at all. We had 2 that backed us up. 2 5-yard penalties really hurts. 4th and 20 is the final result there. We're going to be punting, and Tech's going to get the ball back. I think everyone on that defense expected a screen pass. But I told you before, it was either a run or a screen pass, knowing the Mike Bobo offense. It's what we do. We're going to be punting out of the end zone. Just in time gets it off. Looked like it could have been blocked. Fair caught at the 48-yard line of Georgia Tech. So really good field position here. Oh, man. So the interception doesn't end up helping a ton as the offense can't get going. I don't know what's going on with our offense today, you guys. It's very strange. I don't know if it's the Tech defense playing super well or if it's just our passing game can't get going. It might be a mix of the two. But our passing game has been good all season, so it's a definite surprise that we are not getting the ball going today. Credit to Tech. I mean, they're doing enough on defense, it seems. Or maybe it's just our fault. I don't know. I'm shocked that our receivers are not getting open and making plays that much. Let me check the stats here, because I think Gunner's still going to be at like 30 yards or something. And look, Gunner, I said it earlier, he's still my favorite player we got. I still believe in him. He is 8 for 16 for 39 yards in this game. And then he also has a bad interception, too. But he's just not having a good day. Look, make all the mistakes today before facing elimination games in the playoffs. It's going to be fine. Very strange, though. Very strange. Would not have expected this. But I don't think anyone needs to panic. I know there are some Georgia fans out there saying Gunner's not the guy after playing really well all year and then having a bad game. I'm not going to go there. I'm not worried. It's going to be fine. Just everyone's allowed to have a bad game, right? I mean, the Auburn quarterbacks basically have a bad game every week. Yeah. I hope the Auburn quarterbacks have a good game this week and against Alabama, because I do hope the Iron Bowl's a close game. Since I live with Auburn fans, I will be rooting for Auburn. And, I don't love Alabama since they always beat us, but yeah, I still maintain my stance. I want Georgia to just avoid the SEC championship game and get the 5 seed in the playoffs, host a playoff game in their stadium, and face the Group of 5 champion. That's what I hope for, because then we win that, and then we play probably Texas Tech in the second round of the playoffs. That's what I would like. But, of course, if we get into the SEC championship, I would not mind another conference championship win. That would be cool. I don't know. I wouldn't hate it if Auburn pulled the upset, honestly. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm here for the chaos. Outside of my team, I'm here for the chaos. Alright, we got the commercial break here. Hopefully the game resumes pretty soon. We need our defense to make another big stop here. The Georgia Tech offense was moving the last time we saw him, and then Haynes King took a deep shot and it got picked off. So, if we can get another one of those, get another turnover, that'd be awesome. We got 7.5 minutes in the third quarter. We just need to kill time. We need to hold on to our lead. If we could extend it, that'd be great, but our offense is not playing well, so it's not a given. If you don't have a passing game, what are you going to do? On the other side, though, if we win this game and Gunner Stockton has less than 100 yards, I do think that would be really funny. That'd be pretty hysterical, honestly. Don't even have 100 passing yards and we win? Give me that. Give me that. We're returning to the game here shortly. We'll see what our defense can do. Their offense, again, was moving on that last drive. We've got to take them seriously. They are able to move the ball on us. We got to get the stops, though. All right, ball at the 48, Georgia Tech. King is out there, player in motion. King takes a snap. He's going to give it to the guy in front of him. It's going to go down as a pass, and he's going to get about 6 yards. That looks kind of like the jet touch pass play, where it looks like it's the jet sweep, except the guy runs in front of the quarterback instead of it going behind the quarterback, so it's a pass instead of a handoff. So that's going to boost Haynes King's passing stats. 7-yard gain. They gave him 7 yards on that one. Haynes King looking to keep it himself. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more across the 40. Down around the 35. That's a little unfortunate. He had the empty backfield, and seemed rather predictable he was going to run that. I'm not going to lie. It looked like we were not ready for it. That's tough. That's tough. He's hard to stop. He's hard to stop on the ground game, but we gotta have somebody there ready to stuff him in the middle. 1st and 10 around the 35-yard line. They mark him down at the 33. Good spot. King gonna run it again, and once again he's gonna get about 4 or 5 yards. I think that's gonna be 4 yards. We'll see where they spot him. That's one tough guy. He can run it. Gunner was running it too in the first half. We haven't seen him do that for a while though, which I think is probably for the best. We don't want to bang him up before the playoffs. 2nd and 6 coming up. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. I told you guys, we got to take Tech seriously. It doesn't matter what the spread is. It doesn't matter what they did the past couple of weeks. They're going to play us close, just like last year. Love to hate it. 2nd and 6 at the 29. King, going to give it to the running back. No, he keeps it himself. Nice spin move. Good grief. He could have been going down immediately, but he makes a nice spin move, and he stays up. He gained about 4 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up. All right, let's get off the field here, defense. Let's get off the field. Just one stop. One stop. You guys can do it, I believe. 3rd and 2, I'm sure it's going to be a handoff or a quarterback keeper. I would be a little surprised if they threw, given that the run game is working. Logically, you're running here. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. King, gonna keep it himself. We're ready for it this time. Let's go. We drop him. We drop him. No gain. Georgia Tech's gonna have to go for 3 here. Or will they go for it? It is 4th and 3. Maybe 4th and 2, depending on where they spotted him. We were ready for it that time. We brought the pressure. We didn't let him go anywhere. That was a good play by the defense, man. 33 came up behind him and got him. If not for 33, he might have got the first down. They are going for 3, which is great for us. Great for us. They need 2 more possessions to take the lead now. Assuming the kick is good. 44 yards. It's not a gimme at the college level. The kick is up, and that looks good. Right down the middle. Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good kick. That was a good kick. All right, Tech. We see you. We see you. Really good kick there, right down the middle from 44 yards. The score is now 13-6. A 1-score game. Look, I'm not surprised. I don't think most Georgia fans are really surprised. It's Tech. They weren't supposed to play this stuff last year, and they did. They got a decent team. I know that they've been playing a lot of close games, and I know that they've struggled the past couple of weeks, but they're the type of team that goes as far as their quarterback can take them, and Haynes King is one tough guy. He's hard to bring down, and he's gotten them into field goal range twice now. It's going to be a close game, you guys. If we could finally get our passing game going here or commit to the run game and not have penalties kill us, then that'd be great, and maybe we can score in this drive. A touchdown here, the way their offense is played, because they have to burn a lot of time on the run game, if we can burn some time too and score a touchdown, you feel really good about this. It's not a gimme, though. Not a gimme. Got a commercial break here. Let me look around at the other scores right now. Go Air Force. Their game doesn't really matter, but always root for the Air Force, you know. We like them. New Mexico's beating San Diego State. I don't really... Cool. I mean, I guess, does that game decide anything in the Mountain West? I don't really know. The Mountain West is technically still alive in the playoff race, just very, very slim chances there. North Texas is destroying Temple, so they're going to be in their conference championship game. Good for them. Boise State trails Utah State by 11. That's interesting. Is Utah State even that good this year? Oh, they're 6-5. Oh, if they win that game, they have the same record. Okay. Never mind. I was thinking Utah State was a lot worse than that. Never mind. All right. And let's go over to the NFL. Last I heard, Chicago's up 2 scores. Oh, they're up 24-15 with 2 minutes left in the game. My goodness. So the Bears are going to win. The Bears are going to beat the Eagles today. That's crazy. Caleb Williams hasn't even completed half of his passes, and they're going to beat Philadelphia. Oh, the run game went wild. Okay, that explains it. The Bears ran wild on the Eagles there today. Dang. Dang, man. That's kind of crazy. Chicago has 2 running backs who went over 100 yards. Are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, if you can do that, you're going to win no matter how your quarterback plays. Good grief. Again, to anyone listening for the first time, we cover the NFL more than college football on this channel, so we are keeping track of that game. Shout out to the Chicago Bears. I guess they're legit this year, or Philadelphia is that fraudulent. I don't know which one it is. Maybe a mix of the two. And I talk more about the other college football games right now, but there's just not a whole lot. Like, the only other one that probably is going to matter for the playoff picture is the North Texas game, and they're up 38-14 right now. So, yeah, just not much to say. As for this game, we got a commercial break. We lead 13-6. Let me check out the stats. I've only really looked at our stats. I don't think Georgia Tech's done anything impressive. Like, Haynes King, 10 for 15, 77 yards and a pick. The run game, they've not really done much. King has 8 carries for 36. The running back, Jamal Haynes, has 5 for 10. The running backs have not done anything in this game, at least. It's just been Haynes King. He's the only one really moving the ball for them. And then for us, obviously, we got Nate Frazier, 11 carries for 97 yards. Great. He's doing fantastic. McRae's got 9 for 39. Decent. Stockton's got 8 for 25. And then the passing game is just 8 for 16 and 39 yards. Touchdown and a pick. So, yeah, the passing game has just not worked. I don't know why. We'll see what we do in this drive, though. Maybe we try to pass again. Oh, hey, Devin, how's it going? You love watching the Eagles lose. I already feel a little bit better. That's fair. Honestly, Philadelphia still wins that division. They have a lot of easy games on that schedule still, so probably means nothing, but I think they probably are going to lose early in the playoffs this year. I'd say sorry, Eagles fans, except you guys won it all last year, so, it's all good. You're good. Just no dynasty, I guess. And as an NFL fan in general, I'm a Panthers fan, as you probably could have guessed based on my flag back there, my banner. I like seeing new teams win it all, so. Go Bears, yeah. Man, they might actually win that division, which is crazy to say. Packers have a tough schedule the rest of the way. The games against the Packers are going to decide it. Gunner hands it off here in 1st and 10. That doesn't go anywhere. They were ready for it. Frazier could not get anything. All right, Georgia Tech is stopping the run now. They didn't do that much in the first half, but so far they're doing it here. Our passing game might have to come alive. Our passing game really might have to come alive, because if we cannot do anything on offense in this game the rest of the way, Georgia Tech has a chance to steal it from us. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just pointing out the facts here, because they've been looking better in the third quarter so far. And they're stopping the run. Let's see if Gunner can deliver through the air. Branch in motion. Gunner takes a snap. He is going to hand it off. No, he keeps it himself. Tough run there. Gets about 4 yards, maybe 3. We'll see where they spot him. Good grief. I'm fine with Gunner running it. That's cool. Just don't take any unnecessary hits, man. Just don't take unnecessary hits, because we need you healthy for the playoffs. I'll bring up, last year we lost our quarterback, Carson Beck, and then Gunner had to play our playoff game. I didn't think he did terribly, but it was obvious that, it was a tough moment for him. He'd barely played for us at that point. I feel a lot better about him in the playoffs this time around, but I think last year we probably were better off with our longtime starter in the playoffs than Gunner Stockton. Gunner is keeping it here on 3rd and 5, and he's going to get tripped up. He dives, and he's going to be... Oh, gosh, I think he's down. He kind of dove for it after getting tripped up. He's going to be short of the first down. Yeah, he went down a little before getting that first down. I'm a little shocked that we ran it. We're going for it. We're going for it. We got the first down. That's the first down. Cash Jones. I don't think we've heard his name today. Cash Jones gets us the 1 yard. Oh, gutsy call. Look, Kirby is not afraid to be gutsy, man. We especially saw that against Texas with 2 first or fourth down conversions and then an onside kick after a score. He is not afraid to be gutsy. And when it fails, everyone hates on him. When it succeeds, everyone says, oh, Kirby is so great, and stuff like that. It's kind of funny how the narratives go. Ball to 35 here. I think they're going to blow it dead, though, and look at it. They blow it dead. See what the ref says. See what the officials say. Georgia Tech is challenging the ruling on the field. Oh, goodness. So Georgia Tech thinks that we were actually down on that run, short of the first down. Georgia Tech is challenging the ruling on the field that says we got a first down on a 4th down attempt. Let's see. I thought he got it, but I don't know where the ball was. Oh my gosh. That is uncomfortably close. That might be short. I could kind of see. I think he got there. It's really close because by the time he touches down, the ball is. I don't know if it's across the line, but hang on. Okay, it's upheld. We got the first down. That cost him a timeout and a challenge. That's good. No challenges remaining in the game for Georgia Tech now. That's good. Yeah, that was really close, actually. I wouldn't have been surprised if they ruled the other way. I think he must have gotten it before they kind of spun him around. Like, on the hit, they kind of spun him around, and then the ball, I'm not sure if it was across the line to gain or not. That's really close. I said earlier, sometimes calls are going to go our way, sometimes they're going to go their way. That's how football works generally, unless, you buy the refs, which I think only happens in the NFL. Anyway, we should have had a safety earlier, so anyone who says we win because of officials, we both had calls go for and against us. Stockton keeps it here, gains about a yard. All right. We're getting some quarterback carries here. I think that's the 3rd one on this drive. I'm a little surprised. Did we borrow Georgia Tech's playbook here? What the heck? Let's give it to Frazier. Frazier's not on the field right now, actually. That's McCray now. And they put McCray out there. 2nd and 9. Down to 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the 36. McCray gets the handoff. Oh, good run there. He gets the first down. 8-yard gain by the running back there. Sorry, I think that actually is Frazier out there. Goodness. All right. That puts Frazier over 100 yards. I'm not sure why I thought that was McCray in the backfield. That was Nate Frazier, another 8 yards. Puts him over 100 on the day. Great day for Frazier. I said in the first half he's playing the best I've really seen him play this year. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe he's had a better game, but 13 carries for 108 yards. Balling out, man. He is our MVP of this game. Ball to 47. Gunner to keep it. Good protection. He's looking deep. He's throwing deep. He's got a man. Double coverage. Oh, it's nearly picked off. Oh, my gosh. Nearly picked off. By the time the ball got there, as the ball travels through the air, you see what he's looking for, but by the time it gets there, it's into double coverage. Shelley almost picked that off for Georgia Tech. If not for Shelley coming over there, that might have been a big play. Shelley almost went up and grabbed that. That would have been, honestly, objectively, that would have been a sick interception if he pulled that off. 2nd and 10 now at the 47. Here we go. Frazier in the backfield. Gunner gonna hand it off to Frazier, who's met quickly. He's met quickly, no gain. Oh, we got flags out there, though. We got flags out. We got the ugly yellow. I don't know what that was. Let's see. Please don't be holding. They're saying it might be face mask. Some players are motioning for it. The announcers just said it might be face mask. Face mask! Let's go. Automatic first down. Move it up, dogs. Move it up. Look, it doesn't matter if we can't pass the ball. If we just get some penalties to help us out, we're good. Seriously, though, what's going on with our passing game? I don't like this at all. I don't like that at all. I don't understand why we can't pass the ball in this game. It's crazy. Am I mistaken? Because I thought that the Georgia Tech secondary had been playing badly, but they are apparently playing really well today. So, Bears' first winning season since 2018. Shout out to the Chicago Bears. Panthers fans have had beef with them for a couple of years, but we're all good now, and I love it for them. I hope that they make the playoffs. 418, yeah, thank you to everyone who subscribed. If you're listening right now and you enjoy it, well, I plan to cover the next few Georgia games, and we cover NFL games a good bit, too. Oh, Stockton going deep. 1-on-1 matchup. Dylan Bell, I don't think he got his foot in bounds for that catch. They're going to call him incomplete. It's close. We keep taking these deep shots, and they just keep failing. Anyway, though, thank you to our 2 new subscribers. Really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying the show, we'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button, too. It's completely free. Costs you nothing. That way you catch all of our future content. We do primarily do NFL content on this channel, but we also cover a little bit of college football as well. So, really appreciate any support we can get. We're trying to get to 500 subs by the end of the year. Working hard to get there. Ball at the 37-yard line now. 2nd and 10. 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Georgia's going to hand it off here to Frazier, who is, again, met in the backfield. We said earlier at the start of this drive, Georgia Tech is stopping the run now. We had one good run on this drive, but they are getting after the running backs here. That might end the third quarter. I don't see another reason to snap it. Just let the clock wind down. We have 179 yards on the ground, but only 39 yards through the air. This is not normal for us. But it's weird. Oh, man. Again, I don't know what's going on with our passing game, but it's not working. Ugly game here. Ugly, ugly game. Like, to see a passing game like this, I usually have to watch on Sundays, because I'm a Panthers fan. Wrong score? What do you mean, wrong score? Do you mean... Well, I'll let you explain before I take a guess. But we took that to the end of the third quarter, which I agree with. I think that was the correct decision. Let's think about the next play call there and try to get the first down. Let me look around college football, see if anything else is going on. I doubt it. Yeah, North Texas is still blowing out Temple, and that's the only other game that really matters for the playoff picture. Let's see. Stanford named somebody their head coach. I forgot that they were even looking for one. Tavita Pritchard, if that's how you say the name. Former Stanford quarterback. He's the Washington Commanders quarterback coach. This seems like a very, very strange hire. Maybe I just don't know anything, but that seems like a strange hire. Georgia Tech has more? No, they've just got 6. They got the 2 field goals. I'll check ESPN just to make sure. I hope that ESPN has it right, because it says 13-6. It definitely feels like it would be even closer the way our quarterback has played, unfortunately. But it is 13-6 here, fortunately. Hello, Steve. Welcome in. Congrats to your Cowboys yesterday. Big win over the Chiefs. Dallas has a path to the playoffs now, which is crazy. Crazy to be saying that. Good for them, though. In the preseason, I was the insane guy who said the Bears and Cowboys would both make the playoffs in the NFC, so I'm still kind of pulling for that. The Bears look like they're going to be locked in, all but locked in at this point. The Cowboys have a path there, so I'm pulling for that. I hope that happens. I think that'd be really funny. Cowboys with the huge win. Thanks for knocking down the Chiefs. Yeah, Daniel is a Texans fan, so his team has a chance to basically knock the Chiefs out next week. Welcome on into the stream, by the way, you guys. Steve and Michael. Hope you guys are doing well. We're at the end of the third quarter here, so we're just waiting through the commercial break. I'm scrolling Twitter at the moment just to see if I missed anything, because that happens sometimes. Let's see. Oh, the Bears and the Packers play next week. That's pretty cool. So that's going to decide who leads the division at that point. Both teams are 3-loss teams right now. Let's see. I'm going to keep scrolling for a second just in case. Sometimes things happen during the game that I just miss. So I kind of like to double check and see what's going on in case I miss anything. Eagles are in such a free fall. Yeah, they are. I'm not worried about them in the regular season, though. Like, go check their schedule right now. They got some easy games. I was talking to my dad, a Dallas fan, yesterday about it, trying to see how we can get Dallas into the playoffs, and it's like, I can't see them catching Philadelphia in that division. I just don't see it. They might lose 1 or 2 more games, even with the loss today. Like, they don't have a tough schedule. They play Buffalo, and I think they'll be favored in all other games at least. May even be favored against Buffalo. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Stanford head coaching hire is very interesting. I'm not sure what to make of their hire. They've had all year to they've had all year to think about it. Like they had Frank Reich as the interim head coach, so very interesting. Let's see. Looks like I've not really missed anything in the game. I'm scrolling Twitter still. There's nothing. People aren't really saying much, so yeah, they get the Commanders twice still, so 2 free wins, and that probably puts the division out of reach for Dallas. Even if Dallas wins out, it's just hard for them to catch Philadelphia with all the wins they've stacked up and the schedule they still have. Back to the game here. Stockton, quarterback keeper. He's got some blocks. He's going to get about 5 yards, though. So into field goal range. Is that why we ran on 3rd and 11? We just want a field goal? So conservative, man. I guess we're kicking it here. It's going to be 4th and 6. Like, we're not going for it. And it's going to be a big kick for Woodring. This is not a gimme. Not at all a gimme here. Alright, let's see it. Woodring, please, man. You've been so reliable for us for so long. It's a deep kick, too. 50 yards. Here we go. We need this, man. We need this. Alright, the kick is up, and it is good. It's good. Thank goodness. Peyton Woodring coming through clutch for us from 50 yards out. I wasn't nervous. You were nervous. Yeah, no, I was nervous. Anytime your kicker's trying to make it from 50 yards out, you got to be nervous. And it looked good for most of that kick, too. It looked good, but I thought for a second it might go left. It goes in, though. It goes in. Georgia extends the lead to 10. 16-6 is your ugly score in this game. Dogs lead. Good grief. See, Michael says Twitter doesn't exist anymore. I thought you were correct. Kids these days call it X. I just don't feel like saying X. I don't know. I don't know. It is called X. Yeah, it's called X. I was never fond of the name change. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like Twitter is super cool or anything, but I don't know why we had to change it. But yeah, if I say Twitter, I do mean X. Yeah, Bears will play Green Bay twice, so there's a chance Panthers can do it as a wildcard team if they win against LA. No, honestly, we got no shot at making it as a wildcard team in Carolina. We got to sweep Tampa and try to win that division. 419, thank you to our newest subscriber. Appreciate you. Appreciate any support we can get. Man, we got 85 viewers in here. That's actually insane. I didn't think we'd really have hardly anyone here today. I'm not going to lie. But we do the streams no matter what, no matter how many viewers we expect, no matter how many we have, we finish these games. Boo Georgia. Oh, goodness. All right, now I got to ask, who do you root for, Michael? Who are you a fan of? Genuinely curious there. 1st and 10 now for Tech. They got 14 minutes to work with. It's plenty of time. But you got to close this game because it's not over. It is not over. Defense, we need you guys to step up here. Haynes got pressure. He's going to dump it off to the running back, who is going to gain a good move there. Wow, he's making some moves. Good grief. He ended up gaining 5 or 6 yards there. That could have easily been nothing. Easily been nothing, man. Gee whiz. Great move by the running back there. Gosh. Look, I don't have to like it, but I can respect it. That was a nice move. Alrighty. Oh, we got a Tech fan here. Okay. Alright, I respect it. I respect it. I'm one of those Georgia fans who doesn't actually hate Tech. Oh, King dropped for a loss there. Good play by the defense. I don't hate Tech. I respect him. Like, I'm taking this game seriously. Florida's honestly the one team I truly hate as a Georgia fan. I don't hate Auburn because I live with Auburn fans, so I actually root for them most of the time. It's weird. I hate Tennessee too, but we've owned them for the past decade, so it's kind of just disappeared from my mind. I don't know. I got respect for Tech, though. We got 3rd and 5 here. Big play. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can get the stop here. We take complete control of the game. We got control now, but this would definitely help us out. Oh, wide open receiver. Good throw by King. He rolls out and gets completed for the first down. All right, 13 minutes to play here. Haynes King trying to keep his team in the game. Without Haynes King, man, this team is done. Haynes King is the offense, which I think we've kind of said that about Tech all year. They're going to go as far as Haynes King can take them. One of the toughest quarterbacks I've ever seen, man. Calling it like I see it. He's one of the toughest I've seen. I don't know if he's going to play on Sundays, but, man. Go Vols. Oh, goodness. Oh, we got a handoff. Oh, no, he keeps it. He keeps it himself. Haynes King, tough runner, gets about 5 yards in that one. Welcome back, Husker Nation. Didn't expect this low-scoring game. Yeah, honestly, I would have well, not objectively. That's the wrong word. What am I looking for? Just previewing the game, if these teams weren't rivals, I would have said we should be able to have more points. Our passing game has not done a thing, though. Like, I don't know what's going on. Haynes King completes a pass for a first down. And a little bit of, oh, gosh, he's across the Georgia 40. Well, it's going to be a close game. Like I said earlier, it's going to be tough. They're going to play us tough. They always do, man. We've had a couple of dominant games, but recently they played us tough. Nothing unexpected here. Yeah, if these weren't rivals, I would have said we match up well and should be able to run away with it, but also we're rivals, and I looked at that 15-point spread and said, I don't care. It's going to be close. They play us close. We got to respect it, and we got to approach this game as if they're one of the best teams we're going to play. Haynes King looking to throw. He gets it off quickly, and he's going to gain about, 8 yards out of that one. They're moving. 11 and a half minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Georgia Tech just refuses to go away, man. Haynes King is keeping him in this game. It's a good thing we made that kick, huh? I said we needed that kick. If we missed it, we were in a little bit of trouble there because their offense is rolling in the second half. Haynes King flicks it to the running back. He's going to get... I think he got the first down. He stretched it out at the end there. No, I think they call him out. They say he went out of bounds first. Okay. Ugly yellow on the field, though. We'll see what they call. Georgia Tech will win. It ain't over till it's over. I'm not going to agree because I still think the Dogs are going to pull it out. As a Georgia fan, I've gotten too used to the close games. It's stressful, but I trust Kirby. But yeah, it's going to be close at the very least. Flag on the field, though. Waiting to see what they call. Oof. After the play was over. Unnecessary roughness on the offense. Goodness, I don't know what happened there. I didn't see it. I wasn't expecting unnecessary roughness after the play ended. I would like it if the broadcast would show the replay so we can see what happened. They're not showing the replay. I don't know. I don't know what he did, but they call it unnecessary roughness. That backs them up for 3rd and 17. Good grief. We'll see what they do here. They might just try to get a short completion and get into field goal range, because then it's a one-score game still with 10 minutes to play. I don't know if they'll go for it all here in 3rd and 17. Haynes King got good protection. He throws. Oh, gosh. I don't know what happened there. I'm not even sure who he was looking for, but it's just incomplete. Not on the same page as whoever he was aiming for. That makes it 4th and 17. I guess you got to punt here. You're not going for it on 4th and 17. You're not close enough to field goal range to kick it. You got to punt, and you got to hope your defense comes through if you're Tech. All right, we're fortunate for that penalty. I don't know what exactly happened, but it helped us out. 4th and 17 now. They're going to punt to us. We got a chance to put the game away here. We got to capitalize. See where we get the ball. It's going to land inside our 5. Oh, man, they should have had that. They should have downed it at our 1-yard line, but they missed it. Oh, man. All right. Georgia is a clown. Hey, man. You don't got to say that. We're being nice around here. I ain't insulting your team. Let's see, let me hide this bot. We got another bot here. Alrighty. Alright, 16-6 is the score, you guys. Trying to close this game. We're going to have the ball at I think we'll have it at our 20. 10 minutes to go, though. It's not over yet. If we can score on this drive, kill some time, that would be crucial. If we give them the ball back, though, that's one thing. It's not over till it's over. We say that whether we're winning or losing. It is not over till it's over. Hopefully we can put this game away. Look, this locks up a playoff spot. I think we're probably good even if we end up losing. There's a path where we lose the game and somehow fall out because they decide that this isn't a quality loss, even though it would be because it's a 10-2 Tech team at that point. I think we're locked into the playoffs anyway. At this point, it's more so where are we going to be seated in the playoffs. All right. Yeah, North Texas is going to win their game. They're going to be playing for a playoff spot next week. Good for them. It's nice to see for them. It's a good story there. Let's see. I don't know what's going on in their passing game today. Hopefully, yeah. I'll come back. I'm just going to go watch another stream. Alrighty. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. We got a commercial break here. Waiting for the return of this game. Man, we have not passed the ball well all day today. I don't know why. I don't like it either. But we can't pass the ball. Usually that's a recipe for disaster. Usually that means we're going to lose the game. But they've also not been able to do much on offense. Their entire offense has been Haynes King. Our entire offense has basically been Nate Frazier. And so far, we're the team with more points. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Our defense has gotten the most stops. So it's looking good right now. It's looking like we can pull away. But again, you guys, it is not over till it's over. We're not going to call it a win until we fully put the game away. I do think we will end up winning the game. But it's not over. We're going to have the ball at our 20. We're about to return to the game, I think. Got another commercial here. Man, I really wish there was another good game on right now so we could talk about that. But there's just nothing. Everything else either doesn't really matter or it's a blowout, as is the case in the North Texas game. Did we have another game in? Oh, the Air Force won. We like the Air Force. Their game doesn't really mean anything, unfortunately. They're 4-8 now, so but we like the Air Force, so go Air Force. Good for them. Alright, we're returning to the game now. There we go. 10:25 on the clock here. 1st and 10 at our 20. We got to go to the ground here, at least on 1st down. We got to try to run the ball. We do give it to the back here. Yeah, man, they're ready again. McCray couldn't get anywhere. I'm surprised McCray was the back on the field there. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. At least we're going to kill some time. It'll take us under 10 minutes. And that's really important when we have a 10-point lead. We don't have to score again, technically. I would like to. I would really like to. I would love to put the game away here. Look, they're stopping the run in the second half for the most part. We've had one good run, and we still can't pass. All right, okay, we snap it. Gunner looking to throw. Good protection. He throws. It's going to be caught. Going to gain about 7 on that one. We're looking at 3rd and 4 here. Man. Dylan Bell gets the catch there. We've been looking to throw down field a lot tonight, or today. It's not night. We've not been able to do that, but we've also rarely thrown short unless it's a screen play, so it's either been a screen pass or it's been a deep pass. Not really much in between. Oh, welcome back then. Welcome back, Michael. Okay, 3rd and 4 here. 9 minutes to go. 9:15 on the clock. I would take it down all the way to 9 if we can, but I think we're going to snap it. We do. Gunner. Good protection. Pressure coming. He's throwing across the field. It's open. He's caught it. That's Branch for the 1st down. Finally. Finally throwing the ball downfield and completing it. Oh, man. Zachariah Branch, the only guy doing anything in the passing game. My goodness. No, that was a great route. Like, Branch looks like he's going to be playing on Sundays. I really do believe in him. And I don't always say that. I try to be objective. Good throw by Gunner. Good throw by Gunner. Hit him in stride. Branch did well to hold on to that ball. 1st and 10, moving on up. Look, this game is far more uncomfortable than I'd like it to be. All that matters is we pull off the win. Our passing game has not been alive today, but if we can come through when it matters, we're good. We got a commercial break right now, which I guess, does that mean somebody got hurt? That sucks. Hopefully not a big deal. I'll once again take this time to thank everyone who's watching. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, we'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. It's completely free. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, and that way you catch all of our future videos and streams. We mostly cover the NFL around here, but I'm a big college football fan as well. Big Georgia fan, so I do like to cover both of them. On Sundays, I cover the Panthers. On Saturdays, when I can, I cover the Dogs. I've actually not done a lot of our games live because I've just found myself unable to a lot of the time. I don't know why. I just haven't been able to. Not been able to commit to it, at least. I did the Georgia-Bama game earlier this year, And then I did a couple of reactions after games. I reacted after the Tennessee game and then the Ole Miss game. That's been about it. I did a live reaction stream after the Auburn game, too. We survived the scare at Jordan-Hare. Man, commercial break here. I don't know what happened. I think somebody maybe got hurt. So hopefully whoever's hurt is okay. We will find out when we return. I don't know why else we take a break because no one called a timeout. Let me check Twitter here. Let's see if Twitter's got any information for me. Let's see. Georgia. Let me just search Georgia Tech. I'm sure that'll get us something. Let's see. Go to latest. Okay, it seems like a Tech player is injured. That sucks. Look, I don't care who you're playing. I don't care who you're rooting for. You never want to see an injury. So, hopefully, whoever is hurt, hopefully it's not that big of a concern. Hopefully he's all right. And we wish that for all the players who were injured in this game and any game. Unless you're just a terrible, terrible person, you know, Deshaun Watson in the NFL, you never are happy with an injury. Or at least you should not be happy if someone's injured. I do feel bad for anyone outside of these fan bases who has had to watch this game. Like, I'm sorry. If you expected a good game, I'm sorry. I'm sure this has not been fun for most people to watch. Not a lot of fireworks, just a lot of defense. I'm not necessarily surprised, though, with these two teams. They play each other tough. Haynes King, one of the toughest players you're going to see. He can't do it all himself, though. Not every week. He did it a lot this season for Tech. Tech was winning a lot of games, but I don't know how many they win if you take Haynes King out. That's just the caliber of player he's been for them this year. So again, on this channel, we got all the respect in the world for Haynes King. I'll say that. Alrighty. 1st and 10. Clock is running again. We're down to 8:40 and counting down. Hold it up here. We got 20 seconds on the play clock. We need to be killing time here. Ball is at the Georgia 49-yard line. So even if they get a stop, they're going to have low time and bad field position, ideally. All right, line it up here to take the snap. Gunner under center, probably a handoff here. It is a handoff to Frazier. He's going to get hit pretty quickly, only 1 yard gained. Okay, so our right tackle went into the injury tent. That's why I stopped and listened. But he's good to go. So that's good. That's good. Because our center got hurt today. Left in the first half. Drew Bobo. Hope he heals up well. I don't know how long he'll be out. So it's good that our right tackle avoided anything serious. That's good. Last year we had major injury problems with our offensive line. This year we've mostly avoided that, though. Gunner, he's throwing on this play. Pressure coming. He gets it complete for a short gain. Going to go down after a 1 yard gain. So we got 3rd and 8 coming up. The clock will keep running, though. He's in bounds. We'll take it down under 7 minutes here, so that's good. I mean, look, I would say we should have this wrapped up with under 7 minutes and a 10-point lead, but also in this game last year, Georgia made a 14-point comeback with 5 minutes to go. So it's not over until it's over, especially in this game. Do not try to tell me this game is over. We are going to wait until that clock hits 0. 3rd and 8 now. Take it down to 7 minutes here. Gunner takes the snap. Pressure's coming. He's going to have to run out, and he's going to get sacked. He gets sacked there on 3rd and long. We're going to be punting. They brought the pressure, man. They did it right. They brought the pressure. And Gunner was not going to be able to run out of that one. He did not have the angle to run out of that one, man. Right down the middle came the pressure. I wish he just tried to throw it away, but Gunner's instinct is to try to run. I get it, but that's tough. Can't do that. Good play by the Georgia Tech defense, though. We weren't going to do anything better. They brought the blitz, and we didn't pick it up. So 4th and 16, down to 6:20, and counting down. We're going to punt, and Georgia Tech still is life. That's why I said we do not count this game over until it hits 0. Punt is good. He's going to field it at about the 12 or 11 yard line. Fair caught. So that's why I said a moment ago, even if they stop us, they're going to get bad field position with low time. The game should be over. We should be able to hold on, but also Georgia Tech should have held on last year. Okay? Does not matter. In a rivalry game, with chaos ready to unfold, you do not call this over. We are going to wait and see what happens. Look, I feel good. I think the Dogs have it. I think we should be able to close this game, but what should happen doesn't always happen. We're just going to hope that our defense comes through for the stop here. If they go the whole field here, that would be kind of crazy. They got the ball at the 11 or 12 yard line. It's a long way to go. But also, they don't need a touchdown. It's a 10-point game. They could kick a field goal and make it a one-score game. Maybe they get into field goal range and just take 3, depending on what the time looks like. Haynes King throws. It's going to be caught. And the Yak gets him the first time. He's still going. What the heck? He makes it to the 30. He should have gone down right at the line to gain. We didn't wrap him there. We let him keep running. We hit him and he kept going. Good play. Looks like he's a little hurt there. Limping off the field a little bit. Alright. Good play by that offense. Ball to 31 now. He got 20 yards out of that. That's insane. Haynes King, quarterback keeper? No, he actually gave it to the running back. He's going to gain about 6 yards in that run. I thought King kept that. He had me fooled. Georgia Tech has got the ball. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Georgia Tech has 7 wins when trailing at any point this season. That's actually insane. Wow. 7 of their 9 wins? Really? Gee whiz. Haynes King looking to throw. Wide open receiver at the first down marker, and he gets some yak. Okay, they're moving. Down to 5 minutes, though. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. They got a flag, and the announcers think it's a late hit on Haynes King. Roughing the passer. Add on 15 yards. Come on, man. There's no reason to hit him like that. There's no reason to do that. The play's over. He clearly had thrown the ball. Guys, come on, man. Oh, man. They're going to be hearing from Kirby a lot this week. Kirby ain't happy with that. Down to 5 minutes now. They got the ball at our 39-yard line. Empty backfield for King. He's looking to throw. Good protection. He's going deep. He's going deep. Oh, that's pass interference. Our guy dropped him down. That's PI all day. Look, I get it. If it was a definite completion otherwise, I get it, but I don't think that was going to be completed. Maybe it would have been. No, I think he probably doesn't get that ball even without the PI. No PI, I think he still doesn't get it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Unnecessary PI, though, and that helps Georgia Tech even more. The crowd's booing, but they're wrong. That was PI. I think they got that call correct. If we want to complain about the refs, let's go back to when they should have given us 2 points in that first drive. But we're not doing that here. 24-yard line for Tech. It's going to be a run. Running back has it. He's not going to get very far, just 2 yards. Look, run it all you want. I'm okay with that. Kill more time, please. Look, I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. I do not care what the final score is. I do not care how close it is. I do not care at all, as long as we win. This is a ranked team we're playing. It's our rival. They're going to play us tough. Doesn't matter how we win or if we cover. Just, we need to win. So if they score again and we only win by 3, hypothetically, I'm okay. That's fine. Haynes King looking to throw. He's got pressure coming. He throws deep. He's throwing deep into the end zone. That's going to be PI. What is happening to our defense? All the penalties. Gee whiz. They pick up the flag. The pass was uncatchable, they say. Whew. I mean, that's definitely PI if the ball's catchable. I guess the ball's not catchable, like it went out of bounds. Bye. Okay, goodbye, Michael. Appreciate you hanging out. Okay, they pick up the flag there. They say the ball's not catchable. Fair enough. Haynes King dropping back. Pressure coming. He has to dump it off. And he's not going to get very far. They're going to have to settle for 3 here because it's 4th and 10. 4th and 9. We'll see where they mark him. All right, the defense came after him when it mattered most. All right. And he goes down and bounce, too, so the clock's going to keep running. They're going to kick the 3. And it seems like they got a good kicker, so I'd imagine he's going to make it. Surely he's not going to miss when they need him to make it. Not me trying to jinx him. 41 yards. The kick is up, and yeah, that's good. That's right down the middle. This guy's good. At least today, he's been very accurate. Credit where it's due. Their kicker. They seem to have a good kicker. If he's not a good kicker, someone's going to have to tell me otherwise, because I have not, honestly, watched a lot of Georgia Tech games this year, so. 7-point lead. Of course it's close, of course. We got to do something on offense to put this game away, though, because obviously they are able to move the ball on us. We got to close strong here. It's going down to the wire, man. Because if they get a stop on defense, they're still alive. They're still in it. We have absolutely got to get a stop here. All right. Got a commercial break here. We'll have kickoff when we return. Let me take a look around college football. I don't know what time the other games start, so I am curious how long we have until Texas and Texas A&M play. I think they start after this game. Oh, cool. They start in about an hour. Nice. Again, I can't watch that game today, unfortunately. I got family stuff going on. I'll just stalk the box score. We're all good there. That game's going to matter a lot, because if A&M blows it, then we have to go to the SEC Championship game, regardless of today's outcome. Which I don't want to go to the SEC Championship game. Like, it'd be great to go and win it and get a bye, I guess, but I don't really care for the bye. And we're going to have time off in between games anyway. We're going to have time to rest up regardless. If we skip the SEC Championship game, that is our bye. I want the 5 seed in the playoffs. I want to play the Group of 5 champion and host a playoff game in our stadium. That's what I want. We'll see if we get it, though. So I guess I'm rooting for A&M tonight in that regard. Like, I would like to go avoid the SEC Championship game. Although the funniest outcome would be A&M and Bama both lose, and then it's Georgia Ole Miss in the SEC Championship game, and that's after Lane Kiffin suddenly leaves. I think that would be really funny. I don't think Lane's going to leave, but I think it'd be really funny if a coachless Ole Miss team goes to the SEC Championship game. Alright, we still got a commercial break here. Bleh. Not really much else to talk about. We're just waiting to see if the Dogs are going to close out the win here. It's usually us having to make a comeback. Half the time this year, I feel like. Second half comeback is necessary. We'll see what happens. Jesus is Lord. Yes, sir. Jesus is Lord. Welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, we will see how the game ends here. Hopefully our defense can get us... not the defense, wow. Hopefully our offense can put the game away, and if not, hopefully our defense puts the game away. Georgia Tech still has plenty of life, though. They haven't gotten to the end zone yet, which is something they will have to do to complete the comeback. But they haven't yet. Hopefully it stays that way if you're rooting for the Dogs, and I do recognize that most people are probably not rooting for the Dogs. I respect it. I understand that's how it works, and that's fine. That's cool. If most of you watching are hoping that I'm about to react to a loss today, I respect it. Georgia should be able to win this game, though, and I'm going to keep cheering on my team. 300. Wow, 300. What am I saying? I'm losing my mind over this game. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 16-9 is the score. Dogs are about to receive the kickoff. No onside kick surprise from Tech here. It's going to go into the end zone. We're not going to return it. Alrighty. Let's go, Dogs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 109 viewers. That's actually crazy. I genuinely did not expect to have hardly any viewers for today's stream. Like, I was not going live today just for the views. Like, I thought we'd average, 2 viewers today. So thank you, everyone who's watching. Appreciate you. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying. Hopefully. I imagine most of you are just hoping that Georgia loses. I get it, but we'll see. If we got any more Georgia fans here, let me hear it. Leave a Go Dogs in the chat. Would love to hear it. Offense is out there at the 25. Gunner hands it off. Frazier is going to get a couple of yards there. Or is that McCray? Sorry, that's McCray out there. All right. Going to kill some more time. Tech has 2 of their timeouts left. They burnt one earlier on the challenge. That was unsuccessful. Down to 3 minutes, 10 seconds. I would not be in a hurry to snap it. We can take it under 3 minutes here. We should absolutely kill the time. We do not want to leave Tech with a lot of time to work with in the event that they get the ball back. Of course, we only have 67 yards in the second half. It would be 67, of course. Of course. That number is everywhere now, I tell you what. 2nd and 8. We're milking the clock here. Going down to 2:40. Player in motion. Gunner takes the snap. Gunner is either throwing or running. We'll see. He's going to keep it himself for the run, and he's going to... Oh, great effort by the defense to keep him short of the first down. They flipped him over, man. Gee whiz. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now. And I think they're going to call a timeout, so we don't take it down to the 2-minute warning, which I believe is the correct thing to do. Maybe. Man, Gunner got... Gee whiz. He got flipped over there. What a tackle. Good grief. You know, we talk about Haynes King being one of the toughest players we've seen. Or at least I say that. I think he's one of the toughest I've seen. Gunner Stockton is tough too, man. He will take those hits, and he will put the team on his shoulders when he needs to. What a hit, though. Go Dogs. Yes, sir. Love to hear it. Go Dogs. Let's get that dub today. Get that dub today. Well, again, I think we're in the playoffs even if we lose. But we are definitely in. We are definitely in with a win. 11-1 Georgia has no worries. Here we go. Go Dogs, yes sir. Shout out Barry. All right, shout out Barry. Is that the YouTuber who does the NFL reviews? Because there's a YouTuber who I know of Barry. Who does NFL reviews every week. Pretty funny guy. 3rd and 1 here. Here we go. Pick up the first down. We feel great. It's less than a whole yard. Gunner hands it off, and he's going to get it. McCray gets the first down. We've all but got it here. We have all but got it. It's not over till it's over. Man. Another first down puts it away. They still have a little bit of life, but not going to have much time to work with. They're going to have to burn a timeout here. So, let's see. They burn a timeout. We run it. Takes it out of the 2-minute warning. We run again. No, they'll get the ball back with like 20 seconds if we don't get a first down. I think we're going to close this out, you guys. I think we are getting the dub today, but look, we know it. Not over till it's over, but I think we're getting the dub. Oh, they didn't call a timeout yet. The clock is not stopped. We're taking it down to the 2-minute warning. Okay. That works for me. It doesn't really make a difference, I suppose. We'll snap it after the 2-minute timeout. I say warning. They call it a timeout in college. 2-minute timeout. Same thing. So we'll snap it. They'll call a timeout at about, 1:54 or so. Snap it again. Take it down to 1:14. Snap it again. Probably down to 30 seconds. By the time we punt the ball, they'll have 20 seconds left. It would take a miracle at this point. I think we got it, guys, but we're not going to call it yet. We got to wait. We've seen crazy things happen before. Got to close this game. Look, I'm not happy with our passing game today, and our second half offense in general has just not been good, but we've done just enough here that it looks like we're going to win the game without Gunner Stockton even having 100 yards. I'm going to pull up his stats here. I don't know what he's at right now. It's less than 100, I guarantee. Gunner's at 70 yards. We are about to hopefully close out a win against our rival with less than 100 passing yards. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. We'll take it, though. I said earlier, and I'll maintain it, I do not care how we win the game. It didn't matter how we won last year, too. Doesn't matter this year. As long as we win, we're good. We go to 11-1, we make the playoffs. We're making our mistakes today in a rivalry game instead of in an elimination playoff game. Hopefully, we're just getting all the mistakes out. Let's go, Dogs. Watching from Rabun County, Georgia. Nice. I hope I said that correctly. Welcoming in. Joseph, how you doing? Getting the win today, hopefully. Just got to close it out. Yeah, I've heard of Barry. I've heard of Barry. Oh, man. We got the commercial break here at the 2-minute timeout. I think we're good. All right, we got some Georgia fans in here. Love to see it. So I have the stance that I would rather miss the SEC championship game, and ideally get the 5 seed and host the group of 5 team in our stadium, because I think that would just be awesome. I want to see a playoff game in Sanford Stadium, so would love to hear from you guys since we got some Georgia fans here. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You guys want to get into the SEC championship game? Or are we pulling for Texas tonight? Or I guess, because if we make the SEC championship game, I want a rematch against Bama. I want to beat Bama. But do you guys want into the SEC championship game? Or are you with me? Do you want the 5 seed? Or even the 4 seed if we can get the bye? That's also cool. But I would rather play the group of 5 champion and host the playoff game. I think that'd be awesome. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back, Husker Nation. Sorry for being idle. No, you're good. You're good. Absolutely. Do not mind at all. Congrats on getting 160 people to watch. That's actually impressive. Thank you. I don't know how. I didn't really advertise this hardly anywhere, honestly. Just a couple of places that weren't going to get a lot of people to join. I guess a lot of people are probably searching Georgia Tech on YouTube right now because it's the only game that's really on. Oh, that's where Gunner's from. That's pretty cool. Nice. You watched every game he played in high school? That's awesome. That is awesome. He's got some true grit. He really does. He really does. He's a tough guy, man. He's not doing his best through the air today, but he's had a lot of runs on the ground that is just super impressive. He'll take those hits. Now, we saw it last year when he came into the game for Carson Beck against Texas. He'll come in and he'll play tough. He is not afraid to get hit. Hopefully that doesn't actually cost him at any point. Hopefully he doesn't ever get hurt. And, look, he's doing what he's got to do today. Not having a good day through the air, but it's looking like it won't matter. Again, though, it's not over till it's over. We still have to wait to officially clinch this win. Would you take Dylan Raiola if he transfers? No. I don't want Dylan Raiola. He was supposed to come here originally. We are stuffed on 1st and 10, by the way. And the clock's going to stop at 1:55. Yeah, I wouldn't take Dylan Raiola, considering he was supposed to come here and then decided to... I think he was committed, if I'm not mistaken. And then he decommitted and went to Nebraska, which, fine, it's up to you. But he chose to not come here. I don't really want him. And I'm cool with Gunner next year. I think Gunner's coming back another year. And then we got other 5-star recruits coming in. So, no, I don't really have any interest in Dylan Raiola. He can stay at Nebraska or go somewhere else. I'm not trying to disrespect his game. Like, I know he's got sky-high potential. And I'm sure he's been a solid quarterback in year 2 at Nebraska. But we're good with Gunner. I'm happy with Gunner. And then I'm happy with whoever we're bringing in to start next. I don't know who's going to start after Gunner starts. I would imagine it'll be our next 5-star recruit. Or maybe it's a transfer. Who's to say? You never really know. I don't know the last time we actually started a 5-star recruit we brought in. Because we had Fields on the roster and he transferred out. And who else did we have? I guess Raiola decommitted. I feel like there's another guy in there, but... Anyway, 2nd and 10, a minute 55. No timeouts remaining for Georgia Tech. Why do I keep saying that? We got a pitch here. Little bit of green. McRae, though, he just doesn't have that same speed. He's going to get dropped. No gain. Might have actually lost a yard. It's all right. It's not about getting the first down here, although that does put the game away. We're killing time here. 161 viewers. That's insane, man. I, again, did not expect to get hardly any viewers today. So thank you, everyone who's watching. Again, if you've enjoyed the stream, we'd appreciate anyone who subscribes. It's completely free, costs you nothing. Just hit that subscribe button. You catch all of our future content. No pressure, though. It's up to you. Just have to do the usual call to action because that's how YouTube works. But we'll be doing the Georgia games moving forward again. This is only the second one I've been able to do. We'll definitely, if we make the SEC championship, I guarantee you'll be doing that one. And I plan to do the playoff game. I think we're calling a timeout here as the play clock gets to 0. Milking as much time as we can, as we should. A minute 8 left. It's 3rd and 11. I imagine we're just going to hand it off here. And then by the time they get the ball back, they're going to be down to under 30 seconds. So we should be good. It's nothing official. But you got to feel good right now. The thing with Dylan is... Dylan is mobile as heck. Which kind of surprised me. I thought he was supposed to be more mobile. Much better behind a good offensive line. Georgia comes to mind for me. I could also see Miami as well. True. I'll take your word for it regarding he's not mobile and needs to be he'll be better behind a good offensive line. I haven't watched a lot of Nebraska football or anything from Raiola for the most part, so I don't know for a fact. Yeah, I guess if that's true, he'd do decently well at Georgia, especially a team that likes to run the ball more often than not. I still don't really want him, though. Like, I'm good with Gunner, and then we got all the recruits coming in. Like, I'm good. I personally hope he goes to Texas Tech just because it'd be really funny. All right, here we go. Minute 9 left, 3rd and 11. Surely we're running. Gunner's going to run. I like that call. Gunner's running. Kills more time that way. Gains about 3 yards, and let's see. Yeah, we got under a minute here. The play clock is going to dictate them getting the ball at about 20 seconds. And if they return it, it's even less time to work with. So, Georgia Tech needs a miracle here. Dogs, we almost got it. We've almost got it. It's not over till it's over. We have seen crazier things. But, look, if you're a Georgia fan, you know you're not too worried generally. I haven't really been worried at all in this game. But we do have to be careful. It is not over till it's over. We got to take this seriously and close this game, and I think we will. I think we're going to take a timeout right at 21 seconds. Yep, timeout called. Then we'll pump the ball, and that'll kill some time as well. Yeah, they don't have any time. We should be good. Texas Tech would be funny. Seriously, though. Seriously. He is on a mission to copy Patrick Mahomes. Oh, man. We're almost done here, you guys. We've almost got it wrapped up. Do you have a chess YouTube channel like Daniel? I do. It's called Lightning Chess. I just haven't done anything with it. I created it March 2024 with the intent to do something, and I just have never gotten around to it. Sometimes I feel like there are some days where I go, I really want to start this up, and then the next day I go, I don't have any interest in doing this. It just kind of goes back and forth. But maybe at some point I'll get around to it. I know chess much better than I know football, but I feel like I can talk more passionately about football, if that makes any sense, which is probably a surprise to most people who know me. All right, we're punting here at 21 seconds. We get the punt off, thank goodness. He's going to catch it at the... No, it goes over his head into the end zone. Wow, he boomed that kick. All right, 13 seconds on the clock. They're going to get 2 plays here. I'm not impressed by Gunner. Well, I mean, you shouldn't be for this game. I'll tell you that. You should not be impressed by him for this game. Before this game, he played really well. He'd had a great season up until this point, so not worried about him. He's a tough guy. We can count on him. Our offense has been really good all season, but yeah, I don't know what happened today, man. I don't know what happened with our passing game today. It was very strange. You should do it? I might. If I ever put in the time, I might do it. First video idea, best chess openings. See, that's another thing, too. I don't know what all I would do. I might, if I do a chess channel, I'd probably treat it like my blog and just do whatever I feel like doing. So, I don't know. Well, I'll think about it, though. At the 20, Haynes King looking to throw. Pressure's coming. He's got to get rid of it. Dumps it off to, I think, the running back, who is going to gain about 8 yards before going out of bounds. 7 seconds left. 7 seconds left. All right. Assuming the game ends here, because there's no time for a Hail Mary, he's going to have to do like the hook and lateral play here. Holy crap, we almost have 200 viewers. That is, oh, we do have 200 viewers. You guys, good grief. Thank you all so much. Whether you're here to just trying to listen to the game, whatever reason you're here for, we appreciate you. This is awesome. Always more fun doing these streams when we got people here. We do them no matter what. 0 viewers, hundreds of viewers, we do them. Mostly NFL streams, to be fair, but we do them. To be fair, Georgia Tech is very good. Yeah, well, they're as good as Haynes King can make them. Oh, Haynes King airing it out here. It's caught, and he goes out of bounds. Oh my gosh, with 1 second left, they're going to have a chance to throw a Hail Mary. That is insane. Wow. Wow. My goodness. Oh, man. Alright, guys, it ain't over. They get a Hail Mary here. 1 second on the clock. They got the ball at the 44-yard line. This is why I said don't count it over until there's 0 on the clock. Gunner's no Mendoza. That's true. Mendoza's probably the best quarterback in college football. Him or Julian Sayin. I look forward to seeing Mendoza on Sundays. I think whoever gets him in the NFL is going to be really happy. Oh, man. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm a dog fan. Nice. No, I mean, you're allowed to be a fan of your team and be critical of your quarterback. I'm a Panthers fan, and I'm critical of my quarterback and of the Panthers every week, so I get it. If you've played a bad game, you got to call it like it is, and Gunner's not played a good game, unfortunately. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Just bat this ball down. You do have a chess channel. I think I'm subscribed, but I'll double check later. 423. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. If you're enjoying this, please subscribe. We appreciate any help we can get. We're trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. Oh, man. 1 second on the clock. All we got to do is bat this down. Yeah, we are fortunate to have that stat line for a quarterback and still be winning this game. Look, the story is we've only had a run game and Georgia Tech only has Haynes King. We've just been better on defense. Haynes King dropping back. He's loading it up. He's throwing. Batted down. Batted down. It's denied. No flags. Whew, boy. The game is over, you guys. We survive against little brother Georgia Tech. What a game. Look, I have all the respect in the world for our rivals. Georgia Tech played a good game. Their defense came to play, man. They came to play. We had a terrible, terrible stat line by our quarterback, and we still pulled it off. Bad game for us, man. Look, we said it pre-game. I'll say it again. Georgia Tech plays close last year. We should have expected a close game today. It came down to the last play, man. Respect, Georgia Tech. You played a good game. 9-3 is still a very good season for you guys. Good luck in your bowl game. Just that's all I got. Good luck, Georgia Tech, in your bowl game. Good season for you guys. Once again, Haynes King, you are probably the toughest player, or at least the toughest quarterback I've ever watched. Amazing. Your team goes as far as you take them. All the respect in the world for you, Haynes King. Great game by you. You carried your team. You kept them in it. I have great respect for that. But back to Georgia. The running game really saved us. Yeah, it did. Running game saved Georgia today. Frazier went crazy. That was really it. Branch also had some good plays. And great game. Great game. We will take it. We're happy with it. I don't like that it was this close. I don't like how sloppy your passing game was. But, look, if we're going to have a bad game, I want it to be before the playoffs. Not the end of the world. It remains to be seen if we make it to the SEC championship game. We're going to keep an eye on the Texas game tonight. If A&M blows it, we're in. If Bama blows it tomorrow, we're in. I still want to not make it there. I would like to rest up until the playoffs. I would like to host a playoff game in Sanford Stadium. I think that'd be awesome. So, man. All right, great game all around. I'm sure it wasn't fun for any non-Georgia or Georgia Tech fan to watch, but it was a close game. It's what you want from a rivalry game, honestly. Obviously, I would like to blow them out, but, I'll take it. I don't care how we win in a rivalry game. We got the job done. The Dogs win it. 11-1 season. We will take it, man. Doesn't matter how many close calls we've had. Doesn't matter how many years of my life the stress has taken away. We got the win. We're 11-1. We are playoff bound. So, go Dogs. We got it done. Oh, man. This is a really young team. Honestly, whatever happens, I'm really proud of this team for being able to grow throughout the year. We've made a lot of mistakes. We've learned from them. Our defense stepped up tremendously over the second half of the year. They were pretty rough early on, but they've learned and they've grown. They've gotten better as time goes on. Our run game got better. Our run game's really good this year, but our passing game, man, they had a bad day today. First time that's really happened. Our passing game's been fine all year. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, because if it does, against an even better team in the playoffs, no disrespect to Georgia Tech, because they're a good team. But against a better team, that passing line, 11 to 24, 70 yards, and a bad interception, that's going to cost us against a better team. So, I'm going to be positive here. I'm just going to say that we got our bad game out of the way for the passing game. Hopefully it's not a big deal. Hopefully we move it forward and we're all good. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to be happy we won. On to the next game. So go Dogs. Take it. Take the win. We're happy. Alright, that was a lot of fun. I was hoping for a more entertaining game, but it was close. It was a rivalry game. We'll take another win over our rivals. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching. We had over 200 people in here at one point. We don't have that happen a lot. We are very happy with that. Really appreciate you. Probably won't do any streams tomorrow because I'll be watching games with my family. And we'll be back on Sunday. If we got any NFL fans here, I'll be doing the Panthers game against the Rams because I'm a Panthers fan. So that probably won't be fun if I'm being objective. But we'll also do the Bills-Steelers game in the afternoon and then do our reactions to the NFL. And we got a lot of results to react to. My goodness, 4 upsets to start the slate there. Oh, man. Great games, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to wrap up the stream now. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd appreciate if you do. Just hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. It costs you nothing. It's not a trick. I promise you. You'll catch all of our content that way. And, hey, that's all I got for you. We're going to sign off now. Really appreciate you guys. On to the next one. Go Dogs. See you all next time. And for anyone who only likes college football content, I'll put this out there. I'll be back for that next Georgia game, whether it's next week or in a few weeks for the playoffs. See you all then. Enjoy the win. Take care and go Dogs.